say, can you see by the dawn's early light what's so at the twilight's last gleaming, where our feet set bright stars through the perilous night, o'er the ramparts we watched. We're so streaming. Rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, of the brave. Play ball! Hi everyone! Can you wait? I'll turn the reverb off now. Okay, hello everyone. Is it so loud? Can you hear us?
Rip headphone users.
Yeah. Was that beautiful?
Did you like it?
Tell, yeah.
Did you have a good time? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Did it bring you joy?
Yes.
Hi
You feel
there.
patriotic.
You better.
Do you feel particularly American right now?
Yes.
It was very you. Very beautiful.
Yeah.
What
I think it was very us.
Wait, I'm like farsighted. I can't do this. Okay.
The laptop is
It's really tiny.
Yeah, we are huddled over a laptop.
We
right
are on the couch.
now. The mobile setup goes hard.
Yes. In the back. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
weird.
gotta
It's
plug it in.
weird.
Plug
Yeah.
it in. I don't want to run out of battery.
We don't want it
Thank
to like
you.
die.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, that would be.
Hi everyone. Happy 4th of July. Or I mean happy like Wednesday.
It's not Wednesday.
It's not
Friday. Happy Friday.
It's Friday.
If you're not in America. Yeah.
It's the 4th
Or
of
5th
July.
if you're not,
Yeah. Or 5th.
That's true.
depending
Yeah.
on time zones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been saying that yet.
Yeah.
There's-
Yeah.
Yes. How was your day? We had a pretty more chill day today.
Today was
It
Yeah.
was
more
very
chill.
chill.
It
We
was
need to
fun.
recover from yesterday.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh. Yeah.
Miku.
Miku.
We walked
Me.
10 miles yesterday.
10 miles.
10
20,000 steps.
20.
Yeah.
My feet hurt.
My feet
Yeah.
hurt too. Yeah.
Your feet are not accustomed for dry land. It's not.
No.
This ain't it,
Your
chief.
flippers.
My muscles.
Your muscle.
Actually, I feel a lot better today.
That's good. No, Disney. Yeah, we did all
Disney
of
was
Disney.
All of
We
Disney.
literally did everything. We were trying to go through everything what we did.
We did.
Yeah,
Ran all of it.
we did.
Yeah, we did.
Do you guys wait? You guys want a rundown of all the rides that we did?
Yeah.
let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we wake up.
We wake up.
We
wake up.
early.
We wake up
Early,
We woke up at
early,
6
early.
a.m.
I said,
Yeah.
6
Oh my
a.m.,
god.
and
I was not.
It was like, and then all of the girls who weren't in our house, they were like,
Talking
oh,
stick,
okay,
talking stick.
okay, I have the talking stick.
yeah.
All the girls who weren't in our house were like, okay, we're all gonna meet at this place at 7:30, right? So we're like, okay, we're all gonna meet at 7:30. We did not leave the house until 7:30. So
No, we did not.
yeah, so we arrive at 8 at our meeting spot, because we were gonna like converge our cars to like get there early. And then, well, we did not get there early, but we converged our cars to save on parking. So we save on parking, and then we go. So we get there,
Yeah.
and Raki's ticket doesn't work for a second.
Well, here's what happened. Okay, so here's what. Wait. Okay, first of all, I changed my outfit like 3 times before we left. So
Yeah.
before I like changed it to something cute, but then I was like, no. And then I changed it to something else, and I was like, it's too fancy. And then I changed it to something else, and I ended up just going with like the same shirt I wore the day before. It happens. And so we go to the park. Disney is like it's like intense from the very beginning. It's like not like you have your ticket, but then you also have to make a reservation just to go to the park. And like And so to do that, I had to make a Disney account. But here's the thing. I made a Disney account with an email that didn't exist. Well, it did exist, but I didn't have any access to the email. I put an email that I thought I had, but it was a different email that it was a random person. I basically made an account with a random person's email.
Yeah.
And so
email fraud.
yeah, and it's weird because it let me sign up to make an account, but then it was like, we sent a thing to your email to make your reservation, and I was like, oh crap, I don't even have access to that email.
Yeah, and the ticket's already linked to your account.
Yeah,
so you can't change it.
exactly. And so I went to the guest relations, and I was like, hey, can you help me? I was like, man, I made an account with an email that wasn't mine, and I want to go to the park. And he was like, oh, okay, I'll just let you in. I was like, I'll just make a reservation for you. I was like, oh, okay.
They fixed
I was
the
so
email and
worried,
everything.
but yeah,
We
yeah.
got in. We got in.
Yeah, like I was like, should I delete my Disney account, like rebuy the ticket? Like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, we were like,
Money down the drain.
I know. Yeah.
she immediately, when this problem started happening, immediately her answer to this problem of like, oh no, the email's in the wrong name, she was immediately like, if I delete my account, then the ticket won't be connected to the account anymore, right? And we all had to go, no, Rocky. No, Rocky. Rocky, if you do that, the ticket won't exist at all. And then you won't be able to get into the parks, Rocky. Hey, don't do that. And so thankfully we managed to get her to not destroy her own ticket, and also we got it fixed. But for a moment there, it was stressful.
IQ is real, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, your turn to talk.
Yeah, what happened after that? Do you remember?
This way.
The overwhelming urge to
Put it in my mouth.
Yeah, right.
it's not our microphone.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yes.
I think she would like it if we
Only on ASMR, I think it is. But yeah,
We got in the park. We got in the park and
we were immediately like, we want a treat.
we want a treat.
What was the first treat we ate?
Well, no, because immediately we went shopping and
We ordered coffee ahead of
we
time.
ordered
yeah.
coffee. Oh yeah, we ordered coffee ahead of time, but the time slot wouldn't come for like. So basically, we consolidated all of our orders onto one, like.
Money time.
Yeah,
did
my
everything.
Yeah, okay. I basically paid for everything, and then they're gonna pay me back later. I know, very monotone of me.
I know, and she was like the line leader the entire
Yeah.
time.
Which is not usually my role to take, but I guess like with you girls, it felt correct, right?
Yeah.
So while we were waiting for the time slot for food to get here, because you have to make like a reservation and then you like choose a time slot for when you go pick it up, our time slot was like a half hour away, so we had time to kill. So we were gonna go shopping, and then I forget who it was. I think it was like either IU or Maury. They were like, "Oh my god, Incredicoaster's like 20 minutes," and
Oh yeah, and everyone ran off, and I, like the absolute coward that I am, I have a really like crippling fear of roller coasters. And that's okay. It's my one weakness, and I was really nervous actually coming on this trip because I was nervous that I was going to kind of like let the girls down as far as like not being able to not be able to go on all the rides together. And Hio actually like was like, no, I'm okay. I've been on the Incredicoaster before. Like I don't really want to go. And she stayed with me, and we went and we watched one of the shows together instead. And it was like the Mickey
the
Philhar Magic one. And it was really, really fun. And we had a good time. We hung out together for a little bit. And then we all met up together and we had our lovely little morning drinks and our little breakfast. It was so nice.
And like for the Incredicoaster, I had never ever gone on like a roller coaster with loops, like or like big drops like that. Like I had gone on like the Mummy ride at Universal, and that was like the worst one I had done. Which I mean, it's still pretty bad, but like it was like underground, so it's not as scary as like going high up in the sky. And so I was like, I don't know. And the Maury was like, you have to go, you have to. It's like the Maury was like, you have to go. Oh, first of all, before we even met up, we were like in a circle, all like introducing ourselves and stuff, and they accidentally skipped me. It wasn't intentional at all.
It's like, okay, hi.
We were just excited.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then
Yeah.
it was like 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we're done. Let's go. And then I think it was like,
Yeah.
I think it was Maury who
I
was
think it
ready
was-
to leave.
Yeah.
it was I or Maury who were like picking on you and like
Yeah.
lovingly.
They did it on purpose. They think
No,
they
no, it was a
genuinely
No,
mistake.
it wasn't
They were
intentional.
excited.
But
They were
it felt
excited to
like
go.
afterwards though they
Yeah,
were like
that's
well,
everyone, let's go.
what the hell happened?
Yeah,
That's so funny.
but sorry,
cute.
I had an ADHD moment. Okay, so and then for the Incredicoaster, I'd never gone on a roller coaster that's scary, and so Maury was like, "You have to go, you have to," and I was like, "Okay." And the entire time in line, I was so annoying. I was like, "Guys, I'm freaking out. Like my heartbeat is like beating so fast." I was like checking my pulse. I was like, "Guys, like, is it really scary?" And then I kept seeing like the little kids in line. I was like, "Oh, it's okay. Like it's okay. Like they're going on it. They're literally going on it, and don't look phased at all." And like we saw the people coming off of the ride, and they
There
didn't.
was like a little girl was crying.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be brave, and I sat with my comfort character Lazuli Channel, and I gripped her hand, like really gripped her. I felt bad. I was like, she was like gripping my hand, and I was like, I don't know. This is like the first time she's ever been on like a fast one. It was like fast too. It was really
And a
fast.
loop-de-loop.
There was a loop-de-loop, and we were screaming.
Wasn't the worst part. It was actually like I didn't even
The
realize what
first-
was happening. Like it was just over. Like,
Yes.
it was just like really quick. Yeah.
Yes, it was really quick, but I thought it was funny. We were both screaming like super fast. I didn't realize it was that fast. There was a couple of them that were like, I wasn't expecting how fast they were. Yeah, but then I was like screaming. I was like, this is so much fun. This is so much fun. But
It was a
yeah.
really good way to start the
Yeah.
trip. For,
Because
yeah.
they were like, yeah, if you ride on this one, nothing is going to be scary. Like, that's going to be the scariest thing you do. The first thing you do is going to be the scariest thing to do, and everything after that will be a breeze. But yeah, then after that, what do we do next?
we went and got our coffee and our food. It was like it was like what 10 a.m. at that point, and we wanted food, but the place that we went to Pim's Test Kitchen, and they have like normal like lunch food basically. They didn't have much breakfast, so we ended up getting like lunch foods at like 10 a.m., which is fine. You know, screw over our body clocks or whatever.
Our order like was apparently ready for a while, so the food got kind of cold. It was a cold pasta.
Yeah, it wasn't like cold. It was just the fact that so on my phone it has like a little thing that's like pinned to your notification thing. It's like, oh, your order is still being prepared. Your order is still being prepared. And I was just waiting for that to turn like your order is ready, and it never did. And then when I switched over to the app itself, it's like your order has been ready for 5 minutes, and I'm just like,
like went to go get water cup and then
yeah,
ready.
ready.
Is that ours?
Yeah,
Well,
so
It's a huge amount of food.
There was like 6 taro lattes.
oh yeah, there's
a
like
ton of drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
I
good
don't,
food though.
I don't
The food
remember
was good.
exactly who ordered what, but I know that we ordered like a bunch of like the taro mochas.
Me and
and
Doogie got the best drinks.
the red velvet,
red velvet
the red
cold
velvet
brew with the
Yeah.
cream cheese cold top.
good.
Yeah.
It was
And
really
then
good.
Lily and I had something that was really good, but it was more like a.
It was the proton punch.
It was
Yeah,
so
the
good.
proton punch.
It was delicious.
It was really good. It
sweet.
had
was tart.
it had a grenadine sink in it, but it had a little pipette, like one of
you
those
could,
little
like, squeeze
squeezy
juice
droppers.
into it. Yeah, I was
Into
doing
it,
a
so you
science
like
experiment.
yeah, so and it had like popping boba in it as well. So you would like lift it out and like squeeze the grenadine into it. It was delightful.
It was very interactive.
I love a novelty drink like that, so it was really
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
And then
really
I had like a katsu slider, but it was like an insanely large piece of katsu on a
Between, like,
really
two
small
tiny
slider.
Yeah, it was a comically small
Yeah.
bread.
Because
Yeah.
the whole like concept of Pim's Test Kitchen is like big and small food. I read the description. I was like, oh, because they have like this really giant pretzel.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We saw somebody bring that out to someone else, and it was like, you know those like paper towel tube holder roll things?
Yeah.
Those big
That's
metal-
how thick it is, right?
It's like
Yeah.
it's like they hang it on one of those.
yes.
Like-
They
it's a
hang it on
prize
one of those.
catch.
It's like this huge like they bring it out on like a contraption. It's really impressive, and it's huge. It's like I don't know the size of like
Why do I not remember this?
2 people's faces.
we didn't
was
get
at the-
it.
No. There was
Oh.
there was a table behind us that
Oh,
was being
yeah.
served.
It was
a big
and you were
ass
facing
pretzel.
toward me, and I was
Okay,
facing
yeah.
toward you,
Oh,
but
okay.
I was facing like
More.
big
I
ass.
could see them, but you couldn't because you were facing me.
Yeah,
There we
and
go.
that's where we took our
our picture. That's what we were
magical picture.
That's what we were
Yeah.
distracted with at the time. Was
Yeah.
trying to get that picture.
Lining it up.
We were. It was like it was like a beautiful flower.
Phones kept trying to communicate with
I
each other.
know. Yeah, it was funny.
Or falling asleep.
Or falling asleep, so we kept like tapping, like wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.
God damn it, I can hear your passcode again.
real.
Yeah,
But,
and
good meal to start the day, good ride to start the day.
yes, for
and
sure.
the weather like wasn't hot at all. It was nice.
It was so nice. It was like in the park. It wasn't that crowded either. Like it was like it like
It was quite pleasant.
it was
experience.
pleasant. And what was the next ride we did?
So you crazy people wanted to go on Grizzly River Rapids.
Yes. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's the water ride.
This is a funny story.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know how do we start.
Okay, I'll start. Okay. So
you
yeah, let me preface. Yes. Well, yeah, I'm starting so that like you guys could tell the rest of the story.
Okay.
So I hate water rides. I have never loved water rides. Yeah, yeah. This is where the waterboarding came from. If you guys were on Twitter, I was like, "I'm so wet. Have you guys ever been waterboarded?" And we were all like, "Well, yes." But I hate water rides. I've never really liked it. It's because after you get on a water ride, you're soaked and you feel icky, and like the water is like that water's not clean. Yeah. The water's like disgusting. Your socks are wet. Everything's wet. I hate the feeling of being icky. So I was like, okay, you guys go on that. I'll like hop on Little Mermaid or something. But I ended up watching out for them and seeing if I could catch some video. And I did catch some really funny footage of them.
It was
Yeah. So okay,
good.
that's like. So I was the only one who didn't go on that ride. Yeah.
What did we look like when we came out of the ride?
Like wet dogs, except for Yenna. Yenna looked really hot.
Yenna, like, firstly, Yenna, like,
There was this bit.
like, can you pull up the note on your phone?
Oh yeah, you want
There's-
me?
there's
Okay,
quotes.
let me. Okay. Let me read out some.
But
read
like-
out some quotes from Yenna Youngblood. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, so when Yenna came off the ride, they'll tell the story of the actual ride itself in a second. But when Yenna came off the ride, actually no, I'm gonna back up a bit. So I'm driving Yenna, and Yenna's in my passenger seat, and I was like, oh, in order to like do the parking thing, I was like, oh, I need to flash my pass at them, I need to flash my pass at them. And Yenna's like, don't worry, I got you. And she jokingly starts like almost taking off her shirt because she just heard the word flash and started like getting like sleeper agent activated to like take off her shirt. I was like, okay. And so that was really funny. Yeah, I was like, okay, girlie, like take me out to dinner first if you're gonna do that in my passenger seat. And then yeah, that's when the flashing began. Yes, and then right before they were about to get on the ride, Hio was kind of worried that she would get super wet, so she wasn't sure about if she wanted to. Yeah, and she wanted to get like a poncho situation. Yeah, we couldn't find one. Yeah, so yeah, without like being unprompted, she's like, "Do you want my shirt? I'll take it off right now." She's like so freaking ready to take off her shirt, and she was literally like about to. She didn't end up, but then after the ride, she did take off her shirt, and
She like took it off to wring it out. I guess.
It was she never put it back on.
And the funniest thing was like we all were like getting off of the ride. We turn around and all of a sudden Yenna has just her sports bra on.
and like everyone else looks like a soaking like wet dog, and she's like flipping her hair back.
She's like flipping her hair back and like drying her hair out.
Yeah,
And it's just like it was awful.
We're like huddling.
I mean, it was great, but it was awful for me who looked like a wet rat.
Yeah. But then to end like the shirt taking off saga, we started commentating about how many times she has threatened to take off her shirt and then actually has taken off her shirt now. And then we were teasing her, and then she was like, should I take my pants off? Like, as to like to shake things up, like,
What do you want from me? Do you want me to take my pants?
yeah, like but she seemed really genuine about it. Like she was actually willing to go take off her pants, and I'm like, okay, Yenna, calm down. The day has just started. Yenna Youngblood.
Not in Disneyland.
Not in Disneyland.
Not at Disneyland, please.
I want to tell them the story of the ride.
The wicked tale of the ride. So like we get on the ride and we're all together, and should we?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So we're on the ride, and there's 7 seats, right? And so everyone but DB goes on, and so there's one seat where this like 12-year-old boy comes on with us. It's like all the girls and like this one like 12-year-old boy. And like, how do I describe this little guy? He just like has like. He has like this most straight face. Like he looks like, and he's soaking wet. He's been on this ride like 5 times and he keeps going on it and he's just unfazed by it. And we're all like, haha, like having fun. Like we're like screaming. The kid, oh, Hio, where are you?
I'll go look for Hio. I'm gonna look.
Okay. And so we're like screaming. This guy's like deadpan face. But then he starts like slowly like warming up to us. Like at first he's like, you guys, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Like, why are you like, he's like kind of like, why are they screaming? Like, blah, blah, blah. And he was like a tour guide. He was like, oh, there's a drop coming up. Oh, you get really wet right here. Oh, there's another drop coming up. And we're like, okay.
And mind you, this is like a little kid.
He's a little child. Like, why is this little child being our like deadpan tour guide right now? And meanwhile, I was like, oh, this is my favorite ride. Like, you don't even get that wet. We're soaking wet. We're like looking at each other like sopping wet cats. And this kid is just like, yeah, there's a drop here. You're probably gonna get soaked. Just because I said that, I'm probably gonna get soaked.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Like this side's probably gonna get soaked now.
Yeah.
He
He was backseating the ride and like predicting the future.
Honestly, though, as somebody who was like really anxious about the drops,
it was helpful.
I was very comforted by it. I was like, across the little way, I'm looking at this little guy, and I'm like, you know what? Thank you.
Thanks
dude.
for being
Thanks,
here.
dude.
Like we would not have known.
And then the moment that I go backward into the drop, I'm like, fuck you.
Also,
psychologically, not out
Yeah.
loud. Kid was 12.
another thing, before the ride even
I'm not
started.
gonna curse that kid out.
Oh, Hio's here.
Someone is invading.
I told them we needed poncho.
Wait, come on the couch.
Do you have P&G of her?
Yes, I do.
You better pull her up.
Ba-bow.
You're gonna move us all over.
I told them we needed poncho.
I know. Wait, tell them
Yeah.
about the poncho. Like that was a
Nobody
whole
listened to
thing.
me.
Yeah.
Nobody listened.
Nobody
to me.
listened.
Gift.
You did? Oh my God, Hio! Thank. Oh my God! Like, oh my God! Oh my God! This is so 4th of July. Thank you.
There's also slide whistling, but I don't know if you guys want.
Wait, you have to pick a color.
Wait, there's more. Oh my God! Can I be the pink? No, you take the pink.
Can I have? Can I have? Can I
Oh,
have
do
the
the
purple?
the pink.
Mayest I have the purple?
Thank you.
This is
Oh my gosh,
fantastic.
hi
and
chat.
delightful.
Wait, I didn't even say anything.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Introduce yourself.
No, I'm like sick. I'm not even supposed to be here.
Introduce thyself to the class.
Hi guys, my name's Hio. And that's it. What am I supposed to?
Hey, why is this? Hey, why is this one wet?
Is it?
It's
wet?
No, like rub that part.
It's not.
It's not. Oh, maybe my hand.
I don't know if we said
my
anything,
hands
but
are
Hio got us like
it's not.
slide
It's not.
whistles.
I'm just going insane. Don't mind me.
I swear, they came in plastic.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No,
We probably. Okay, I think we should play with these later, or else it's just gonna be noises and
sorry.
staring.
Sorry, I'll just be having fun and stimming the entire time.
Wait, I should make a. Oops.
Oh yeah, if you want to repost and tweet, no worries.
Hi guys.
I'm here. All right, so
Telling just about the water rafting. What's going on about it?
So first of all, before the water ride even, it's like a raft, like water raft ride. Before it even starts, I'm like, I'm not gonna get the wettest. And Maury's like, you're gonna get the wettest. I'm like, I'm not gonna get the wettest. I got the wettest. I was so wet. I like got splashed. We like afterwards we're like, who got the most wet? It was miserable. So after we got off the ride, looking like sopping wet cats. First of all, IU lost her phone on the raft, so we had to go back. She had to go back and get her phone from the raft, and then we all like huddled near this trash can. And it was like my emergency like hairbrush trash can, and I put my tote bag on the trash can, and I passed around my hairbrush, and we like propped up our phone mirror, and we all like took turns like fixing our hair. Yeah, because we looked like sopping white cats. I had like the Migu.
Yeah.
Did you hear
we
her?
sang the
Did you
national
hear?
anthem.
That makes
Or
sense.
we.
In the street with the national anthem.
Yeah. And then I screamed "play ball" really loudly
Yeah.
afterwards.
My mom. I really good candy.
Real.
No.
It's really yummy.
Celsius doesn't exist.
Celsius.
I want a gut nerds gummy
Lily got
cluster.
some really yummy candy. So,
Sharing candy right now.
so anyway, that was the water raft ride, and that's not even the craziest part of our day.
Waterboarded though.
We did, yeah.
Waterboarded.
Yes.
Dude, we were dry the entire ride for the last 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I caught it on video too.
And that freaking kid. Oh my god, the freaking he was like there's 2 water geysers at the very end. He was like, "Oh, this is my favorite part. Don't worry, you won't get that wet." And then we got like super freaking wet, and then he was
then he
like
laughed it up.
he was like, "Haha, I love gaslighting people. Where is your mom?" And then he was like actually having fun by the end. He looked so deadpan in the beginning, and then he was like, "Oh, if you want to go again, go on the single rider line." And we were like, "Oh, okay." And we did not go again. We did not go again.
Not go again.
Yeah, I think his parents just like dropped him off at Disney like for the day
Yeah.
by himself, and he just goes on the water rides over and over and over again.
I had to take my socks off and wring them out.
Oh yeah.
It was,
I was like, I hate
awful.
water
I know.
It was awful. And then we had to walk around with wet shoes.
With wet shoes.
I felt squishy in my wet shoes.
Yeah.
It was bad.
So
Yikes.
after the raft, what was next?
It was. I like how you keep turning to me. It was like, what was next, dude?
Because you were the line leader.
Like,
You were the guy.
I
You
guess
filled out
I
the
was
entire
like,
thing.
yeah, I was.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
literally
don't know. I guess I was. I don't know. I've been to Disney at least a couple times, so I was like, okay, I kind of know what I'm doing. So, and I don't really care what we do because I've done most of it before. So I was like, okay, I will kind of like take charge. So the next thing we did, we wanted to kind of like chill, right? So we went to the Little Mermaid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Little Mermaid.
That was such a long line.
Yeah.
Did.
We did.
Yeah, we stood in line for a really long time.
It was like for a half
yeah,
hour.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, right, because we
Yeah.
were saying, like, I use pants, like...
Oh.
Wait,
really
what?
so-
Oh yeah.
Wait, I was pants?
Yeah.
I remember we were drying off in the
Oh,
line.
wait, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we get on the Little Mermaid ride. From my perspective, I was riding with Maury, and we were like screaming the entire ride because there's this one scene in the ride where they just kind of like hold you as the entire Under the Sea song plays, and some of the animatronics were so scary looking.
Did it break? It already broke
Ride
down.
stop.
Yeah.
Broke down.
It broke down during Under the Sea, and so me and Maury were like in the front row, and it felt like we were tied down to a chair and like forced to listen to Under the Sea for like 10 minutes or something.
My manicure was glowing in the dark.
Yeah, me and Maury were screaming. I took videos. But yeah, it was fun. And after Little Mermaid, we
What did we?
Was that Haunted Mansion? Was
no.
So after Little
Swings?
we went on the swings.
Oh, they were so Disney.
Oh, yeah.
The Ferris wheel too.
Oh yeah.
The swings and then the Ferris.
Okay,
yeah.
so you guys tell your perspective of a Ferris wheel first.
Oh.
You guys went together.
Well,
Well, first the swings.
the swings.
swings.
I didn't
Oh,
go
yeah,
on
yeah.
those.
Yeah,
so.
those are just like, I mean, it's
they were
like
just
little
standard
carnival
swings.
swings.
Yeah, I was dizzy though. I went to throw up.
Yeah, Yana and I rode on the double seat.
Yeah.
And we were like, we just had a conversation. And we looked over and we're like, oh, it's done? And I was like, oh, okay.
And also, it's like, it's
talking
like
about
that.
life on the swings.
That's like the double seat that you use like when you have like a little kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was the little kid.
It was
yeah.
It
And
was
then-
so short that I went to the little gamers room. I came back and they were done.
And we were like, where's Daya?
Yeah.
The guy came out of the bathroom. He was like, "You guys are done." I'm like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
ride.
I went over to go look for them to watch them, and I realized I was like, oh, they're already out. What?
Yeah.
Really fast. It was
Huh?
Yeah. So that was like a little quick one,
Yeah.
just to like pass the time, and then we went on the Ferris.
So do you guys know about the Disneyland Ferris wheel?
two
First of all, I know we've been yapping a lot. Are you guys still with us? Are you still
Yeah,
okay?
they all tabbed already.
Are you like playing League on the side or something? Are you listening? You're playing Uma Musume.
Playing Uma Musume, and
playing
they
Uma
all
Musume.
love Daiwa Scarlet as they should, right?
Yay!
You need to love Taiki.
How do urara? Okay. Enough horse. Okay. We've had
Sorry,
brain
my
rot.
bad.
We've had brain rot.
My bad.
Okay, so the Disneyland Ferris wheel, it's like infamous because it's actually one of the scariest rides on Disneyland. Because like if you go on the swinging carts, they like swing and there's no seatbelts and you like go up and down on like this like zip line thing. Yeah.
Railing basically that like gets tilted and rotated all the way around
Yes.
as you go through the Ferris wheel, and you slide around that thing.
Yes.
We'll all ride it again.
Yes.
I don't know.
I would totally would.
Well,
It was so. I think it was me and Yenna, like arms crossed.
I took
watching
like audio recordings of us screaming on that thing.
FaceTimed us.
Oh yeah.
Yenna FaceTimed us and we watched while they were in the middle.
Hio and Daya went on the normal one together without any of the swinging ones.
Yeah, there's two sides.
Yeah.
They chose to.
I went on the swinging one before, and I was like, I'm never riding this ever again. It's so bad. Like, why would you enjoy that? It was so painful.
It felt like you were going to like flip like all the way around. It was like, I don't know. It felt like I was gonna flow up everywhere. So it's like fired at first, and then it hits you. So it like hits you all of a sudden, and like we're all screaming, and then it's like peaceful, and we're like, and then we're like super high, and then it does it again, and then like you're like peaceful, and it's like So it was kind of scary, and then I felt very
We had a great time.
yeah.
From the outside looking in, it looks a little bit like a saw trap.
It kind
And
of felt like a saw trap.
Personally, I'm just more like I would rather watch that than experience it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we were all pointing at you guys in line.
Yeah. We had a great time.
It was really
we
nice.
had a very peaceful, relaxing
They're
experience.
they're having a riveting conversation right now. Meanwhile, we're like
yeah.
we're like trying to make you notice us with our minds by pointing at you.
Yeah.
Across the line, we were all pointing at you. I think Yenna was trying to FaceTime Hio like 5 times, and she did not respond.
My phone was in my pocket. We were having a conversation.
We were yapping. We were having a nice
But it was just a point where all of us were pointing at you for like maybe like a minute. Like we were all pointing at you, staring at you, seeing if you would notice us, and you were
didn't
say anything.
And that's good. You know, it says a lot about
Yeah,
your
and-
character. Like you know, staying engaged with the. Whoa.
It sounds like rain. Why does it
Oh
sound
yeah.
like
Yeah.
There's a lot of fireworks going
lot of
on
fireworks.
right now. Around
Because,
us.
you know, for those of you
Guys,
who may
why
not
would there be
know.
fireworks, guys.
Whoa. Oh my god, are all of these VTubers in America right now? Whoa, that's crazy.
America.
Sorry. America.
Come on, baby,
She's like, what just happened?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me eat this candy.
fellow kids.
Okay, so we hop off the Ferris wheel.
after that?
So after the Ferris wheel.
I threw up.
Did you?
I think I did, but in my mouth, so it was okay.
No, we didn't.
I threw up in my mouth a couple times.
Yeah, same.
I did.
Yeah.
I would never ride it again. It's not worth it.
I think honestly it's a good decision
Yeah.
not to.
I want to say that this is when we hopped over to Cars Land.
Oh,
Is that what happened after?
No, I
Really?
feel like when did we do Haunted Mansion, my beloved?
Haunted Mansion. That's Disneyland.
We did Disneyland.
Yeah, that's like the first thing we did at Disneyland, but we hadn't hopped over yet. You did see Baymax.
Oh, right. We stopped by San Francisco.
Yes, we stopped by San Francisco, which is like a little eatery with like a bunch of different restaurants, and also features like a Baymax meet and greet.
I was too shy to wait in line to meet Baymax, my beloved Oshi.
Stalker picture.
So instead, I took many. I waited until after like people had finished hugging him, and then I took like 15 million photos on my camera roll. So now I have like 15 million like stalker images of me like zoomed in as far as humanly possible on Baymax.
I took a lot of like random pictures. I took a lot of like random pictures that I thought we could like Photoshop ourselves in or like doodle ourselves in too. So we'll do that eventually. That'd be really cute.
Yeah.
But I think Cars Ride, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Cars.
Radiator Springs Racers.
Yes.
That was so fun.
We did the solo line.
Yes.
When
Yes.
I went to go pee.
Yes.
So
Oh yeah. Okay. So.
that was so funny.
Okay. So yeah, this is your story. This is your half of the story.
Okay, so basically, I wanted to go to the little gamers room because I was carrying around a hydro flask and I drank a lot of water.
Yes.
I did.
She was so hydrated.
I was, yes. And then Yana was like, "Okay, I'll go with you." I was like, "Okay." So we went to the little gamers room, and then we came back, and then we got to the line, and then Yana's like, I think they already went ahead because we planned to go on the single riders line so we could go onto the ride faster. And I was like, okay. I was like, I didn't even question it. Like, why would they go without us? But I was like, whatever. Yeah. So we walk into the single riders line, and the guy in front of us is wearing this like Spider-Man shirt. And the shirt is like all the like that Spider-Man meme of the guy, like the Spider-Man pointing at the other Spider-Man, and it was like really cute.
Like
and I was
all
like,
over pattern.
yeah. So Yana took a picture of his butt.
took a picture of his butt and like sent it to the group chat.
Okay, of his shirt, but the shirt was over his butt, so I guess you know it's still true. And then sent a picture to the group chat, and then everyone in the group chat was like, "We're waiting for you."
We were literally sitting on a bench outside of where you were like going to the bathroom, like waiting for you. And I was like, we're all waiting for you. And then I like stand up and I'm like, guys, they're already in the freaking line.
We were like almost at the front too, and I was like,
So we like barge on over into the single line, and we're
not my
like,
fault. It was Gaina.
yeah,
It was me.
it was understandable. It was Yenna, and. Okay, Rocky and Lily are like touching rubber chickens.
Oh my god, they're doing obscene things with rubber chickens.
Oh my god!
Crazy.
Oh my god! They're kissing! Guys.
Wait, stop. Oh my god.
Lulu.
Wonderful things.
Yeah, so Hio gifted them rubber chickens, and now the three of them
I have
are.
a lot of them at home, so.
Yeah, but the three of them are now doing obscene things with the rubber chickens. They're kissing before marriage, and I feel very uncomfortable. Okay, so we barged into the single rider line, and we're like, why would you wait? We're like, why would you go without us? Why would we go without you? And it's like, so we're like arguing, and there's like a couple people in between us, and we're like, okay, whatever. Yenna was trying to freaking like climb over the railing to join us. Like, no, just stay there. It doesn't even matter anymore. I know. Like, she almost got in trouble with the cast member because she was climbing over the railing because you're not supposed to do that.
Shirtless.
Yeah, taking off her shirt. She's like, this is the girl.
She's a bad influence.
This girl's gonna get us kicked out of the park. Yeah. Okay. So we get on Radiator Springs Racers.
Yes.
And yeah.
Which strangers did everybody ride with?
Strangers. Oh yeah. Anything interesting about your strangers?
Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
So, the people who are on mine, so the way that the Radiator Springs Racers works is it's a cars ride. And they're like, there's two like little sections, and it's like but each car has like a front seat and a back seat, and there's 3 people, and I got seated next to like this grandpa.
Oh my god.
And this grandpa turns over and looks to me before we get on the ride and goes, "Hope you're having a good day today. Just to let you know, I ate like 2 hot dogs and a burger before this, and I'm starting to feel pretty darn bad." And then just goes, "Well, let's have fun." And then
The thing is, I was sitting behind you guys too.
And since we're in the single riders, and Lily's in the seat behind me. What were your people like? 'Cause at the entire time, I'm like, you're kidding, right?
It's a joke. It's a little funny,
You're joking, right? You're joking, right? Right?
I honestly did not pay attention to those people. I was just hoping Daya didn't throw up in front of me.
No, we're good.
Yeah. What did we do afterwards?
After that,
we got food.
Did we get food?
We got the.
Oh right, we went.
And I fed Hyori Mokami.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh, me?
She's eating
Oh,
candy, eating
yeah. So I fed Hyori because she was hungry. Yeah. She was hungry, and it was.
macaroni cheese.
Yeah, we got a macaroni cheese, and it was like had like bacon on top, and
It was delicious.
yeah, it was really good.
Oh my gosh,
They were so kind that I like came kind of late because I was in the bathroom, and then like. They gave me like the last bit of the cone, like the best part, like it's the last bit of the cone.
yeah.
It's like the bread and like the cheese residue. I was like, oh my god, like I've been.
Dropped it.
I dropped it! I dropped the best part of the cone!
I looked on the ground.
And I dropped it, I like look at it for like 10 seconds, like thinking, oh, it's not actually on the floor. Like it'll come back up. Like, don't worry. And it stayed on the floor.
You fell.
Oh, we'll get there at Disneyland. We're still in California.
I'm sure that's what they're waiting for.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Watch it come in. Raki.
Okay,
We also got that pear drink.
Oh yes, that was delicious.
At the Radiator Springs, the pear soda.
Yeah, Yenna's drink was so good. We had to order another one. We'll make her own pear drink.
Get it herself. Yeah.
So true.
So then we made our way No, to web slingers. And which, if you don't know, it's like motion capture, like VTuber.
Spider-Man is a VTuber.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is a VTuber.
VTuber. Yeah.
You had to like physically like move your arms.
Yeah,
to,
and
like,
like
shoot.
it like
really
motion
cool.
captures your arms and stuff.
And there's like a score you can get.
Yeah, it's
guys
like
record your
it's like
scores?
FPS. I lost, I think. I don't know.
You're listening with us, right?
Yeah. I got like, I don't know, second or
Oh,
third.
you take pictures. Oh, nice.
I got
Yeah.
super
I
distracted because sitting next to me was a single mom and her little tiny baby. Like he was like 4 years old. I think he was like yeah. He was like 4 or 5. I think it's probably because 2 sets of arms. I think he was like 5.
Man, motion
And
tracking
he
just
was
tracks 6 arms.
he was such a huge, like, he was so excited about Spider-Man. He was so excited, and watching him be so excited, I found myself literally just sitting there from time to time and just like not paying attention because out of the corner of my eye he was just like, it's Spider-Man. It was so cute. It was so cute.
But yeah, it was really cute.
Reflections of your FPS skills, right?
Yeah, this is why we don't stream FPS games.
Hold on, I'm gonna hide in a corner and cough really quick.
Okay,
Okay.
go speak your truth.
Alright,
All
cough
right.
your truth.
Coffee
Do you need
truth.
some? Do you need some water?
You want water? Do you want cough drops?
You want tea? Wait, we don't have tea.
Yeah, we can get. Yeah.
Do you want water from the gallon?
Yes.
The gallon.
The gallon. I ordered a gallon.
Yeah, the gallon of water that
Yes.
Rocky Grubhubbed.
I did.
You Uber Eats.
I Uber eated us water.
Because you're sick. Yeah, you should be resting up.
I am resting. I'm healing.
Yay.
Yeah.
Stole her from her rest.
We did. So after Spider-Man,
There's cups right here.
we'll wait till DB back.
There's like coffee.
How you
there's
guys
also
doing?
coffee cups over there,
No, because there was,
right?
we went to the Disneyland after that one.
I think that after that we went to Disneyland.
Yeah, after that we went to
wait for
Disneyland.
DB back. And
Yeah.
No, the first thing we got, you fell.
Yeah, that was the like
That was
opening the
That
gates.
was the very beginning.
You were walking backwards and you were singing.
I was.
playing.
They were playing they were playing the U.S. Air Force song on the marching band, and I was like, I know this song, and so I hopped in front of them and I started marching backwards, and I was thinking, we live in fame or go down in flame. Hey, nothing can stop the U.S. Air, and fucking eat shit on the ground, and I don't just fall. Okay, so I think Disney. I personally think Disney. Shouldn't have designed the ground this way for people like me. Yeah, is it a train?
There are trolley tracks that are.
Oh, so I was walking on the train tracks, so that's why I fell. But it's because I was walking backwards. But since I walked backwards, like I did like the Looney Tunes ball where I fell on my butt like backwards. I did. I did.
Oh my god.
And like I know.
The three of us just stood there like shocked Pikachu, like,
I know. And, like a random man
some
like
random
ran
guy
up to
came
me
over and was
too.
like, "Are you okay?"
And I'm like, I did the thing where it's like it hurts, but like you gotta walk it off. And I'm like, I'm good. Thank you. I don't want to cause a scene at Disneyland. We just got to Disneyland. I'm gonna get back up. Yeah. But I literally walked it off. But he already kept being like, Are you sure? Are you sure?
I checked in on regular intervals.
You
And you
did.
were like, my leg still hurts. I was like, do we need to get that checked? Or
Yeah.
like, ice it?
We made sure you did not step on those again.
Yes, we did. Yes,
Luckily, they're not like all over the park. It's just.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
we were like, you have to stay away from that.
I know, but it's
No
funny.
more
Like
walking backwards.
I know. It's like funny. Every time there was like stairs, it was like holding space for like Raki going down the stairs, holding space for like going up.
Oh yeah, I'd be like, Mr. President.
Mr. President.
Get down, Mr. President.
Coast is clear. You can go.
Yeah. So
So we went before
Yeah.
we went to Haunted Mansion. We actually went to Jolly Holiday first, didn't we?
yeah.
Oh yeah.
We were like, we want to try the sweet treat. We want to try the raspberry macaroons. We want to try the darts. We want to try the
Birria.
the berea sandwich. We want to. So basically, we just like we did this thing where we did intervals of like walking a bunch and going on a ride, and then sweet treat, and then walking a bunch, going on a ride, and then sweet treat.
Like sweet treat is like a once a day thing, but I think every other hour, Leslie was like, I want a sweet treat.
I want a treat. And then I'd be like, yeah, treat.
Let me. Okay. Yeah. So I've been doing my research. Okay. I've been doing my
We
research.
stayed up late last night
Yeah.
watching TikTok, or no, not last night, the night before.
Yeah.
Watching TikToks of like what people recommend and like what are the best.
Yes,
rated
and I was
parks.
inspired, so I was like, "Oh, this is where that I saw that on the TikTok," and then on the TikTok, and then it looked really good, and it looks just like the photos, and I think my eyes were way bigger than my stomach that day.
I think I had to reel you
Yeah.
I literally
Yeah,
had to
yeah.
realize it, like every other moment. Everyone's like, okay, wait, like, oh my gosh, I want this, and this, and I'm just like, guys, you're not gonna finish it. You're not gonna, because. Yeah, because like as someone who like used to overeat like a ton, like I've learned how to like kind of limit myself, and I know everyone wants to try everything, so that's fine, and we can like get everything, but we have to like share it. Like not every like we're not gonna order 5 raspberry macarons. We're going to order like 1 or 2, and then a couple of other things so we can share everything. Yeah. And I'm just like every time I'm like, guys, you're not gonna finish it, and you're not gonna. It is Disney food, but you're not gonna want to carry it around with you as leftovers when you're like looking around the park. God, and I'm like thinking in my head, why I'm literally becoming Manechan. Like that's not usually. I seriously don't think that that's my usual role in the friend group. Is like, oh my god, I'm becoming mom. I'm becoming Manechan. I'm becoming mom. I'm the mom of the group. So anyway. But Jolly Holiday was very delicious. I had a banana toffee tart. It was so good.
Oh yeah.
Became healed.
I had a lemon raspberry tiramisu, and it was
really
so good.
And then me and Luli had the raspberry macarons.
Yeah,
and
it was so good.
yeah, and then IU ate the burrito sandwich, and then we all nibbled it, and then she drank the burrito sauce, and apparently it was good. And
It was so good. Yes, I.
It's like a consomme, basically.
Yeah.
Yes, I finished the end of it because I'm the sick one.
Thank you for I'm sorry, I not I pronounce I thank you for the gift. I
Roman numerals.
oh
Yeah.
I call
E-
I in my
Two
chat.
eyes that are crying.
POV were dolphins. Where were we? Oh yeah, so we ate the yummy food, and we kind of needed it because it was 3 p.m. We were kind of starting to lose it a little bit.
That was the.
It was
That was our second.
Yeah. So like. Yeah. So I've done like a couple like full day like theme park Disney, not just at Disney, but just like other places. And I know there's like the stages of like, okay, you're having like the high of the morning, and you're like a little groggy, but like you're ready to go. And then around noon, you're like it's dipping a little, but like you still want to keep going. And then by 3 p.m., you're starting to crash out, and it's hot, and you want to like you're slowing down. But then you get like a pick me up, where like, you go on a fast ride, and it goes all the way back up. What? Why are you laughing?
Okay.
Why are you laughing?
I look to my left, and Daya is giving her rubber chicken CPR. But why?
What are you doing?
Save him! Save him!
What?
I wanted to know if I blew into his mouth, if it would make a different noise.
You're making out with your rubber chicken?
No. It was
She's saving
I'm
his
going to
life.
be reported for giving you all these rubber chickens.
Gosh.
It's the one moment that I'm doing something stupid that he looks at me.
He like looked to my left. I'm like, what is she doing? Okay, Raki, what are you doing with the rubber chicken now? Why are you?
My rubber chicken's feet and her rubber chicken's mouth.
Rocky is stuffing Leslie's rubber chicken's foot into her rubber chicken's mouth. Okay. Rubber chickens in the bag. Rubber chickens in the bag. In the bag. Chicken really just die. Drop it. Drop it. Stop it. Okay. I'm confiscating these until we can get through the. Yeah, you're not off the hook either, Hio. You're the ones who brought these here. Okay.
I'm spreading the joy of poultry.
Okay, but concept.
Yes.
If I were to stick the...
Oh, wait. What are you going to say?
What? What are you saying?
So what happens if you take the rubber chicken and you stick the
Slide.
Okay. We will. Okay.
If you take the slide whistle and you stuff the slide whistle into the
Oh,
mouth
no.
of the rubber chicken and then you squeeze the rubber chicken,
No!
what tongue comes out?
Nothing, because you have to push like a certain amount of air into the slide whistle's mouth.
Right, when you squeeze the chicken. Oh, the air.
Oh, the air. I don't. But the thing is that I think the rubber chicken's mouth has to like capture all of like there can't be like an airway that's not. Okay, we'll perform rubber chicken and slide whistle experiments later. Give me your slide whistle. Give me your slide whistle. Okay. Okay, we were going through a crash out, but next I'm also just going through a crash out right now. But okay, Dia, you want to talk about Haunted Mansion, your beloved? Your beloved. Yep.
Oh my god. Okay, so hi.
Time.
Hello, my name is Dia Fortuna, and I love Haunted Mansion so much.
Haunted Mansion.
I really like that ride a lot. It is my favorite ride, ? Because honestly, after this trip, everything is in question. Because my next favorite or possibly my new favorite ride, we got to go.
That's spoiler.
Yeah, sorry. Anyways, yeah, that's the teaser trailer for the future discussion. But I love Haunted Mansion. I'm a really big fan of it, and one thing is so we exchanged gifts the first night that we all came in, and I got a gift from Devi from a few months ago. She went to Disney and asked if I wanted anything, and I was like, just anything from Haunted Mansion. Like Baymax or Haunted Mansion, that's all I ask. And so she got me a little like magnetized shoulder pet of the little crow. Yeah. And every time you tap his head, he goes,
so confused.
I can go get him.
Yeah, go get him.
Give me a second.
Go get him. But yeah, they're in Disney. They have like these things called shoulder pals, right? And basically, there's a little plate that's like a magnet, and you slip that under the sleeve of your shirt, like where your shoulder is. Yeah, I know. Very, 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 very scandalous. Yeah, revealing. And then I can hear him. There he is. The little plushie, like the little guy. The little guy will go on your shoulder. So cute. This one's special because not all of them make noise or like even are electric or battery operated. But that one, I didn't even know it was battery operated when I bought it. I just thought, oh, it's a cute little shoulder pal. I'll get that for her. Yeah. We were trying so hard to get him to work and we couldn't understand. But yeah, you bap him on his head in order to make him crow. And we were also afraid that he was gonna like crow in the middle of the night, so we like relinquished him to the living room.
He does every once in a while just randomly do it.
Yeah. He's haunted. Yeah, but the way the shoulder, so you have a little mill plate under your sleeve, and then you put the plushie over top of your sleeve, so it's connected to the magnet, and it's basically like using your shirt as leverage, like magnet together to kind of stay on your shoulder. And I thought that was really cute. He just crowed without being prompted. I think he was agreeing with me. But yeah, that was Haunted Mansion, and then after that, was it Rise? I think it was Rise the Resistance, right? Oh yeah, you want to say something?
Sorry,
first?
a very important thing. The crow's name is Poe von Silly Billy Stinky the Third.
I like that.
Sorry.
What a beautiful name.
There
What
we
a
go.
dignified
Very
name.
important.
Yes.
Very important.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes. So Rise the Resistance was afterwards.
Oh, I love
it. Okay, so for okay, so Rise the Resistance is a Star Wars ride, and honestly, it's like one of the newer rides. It's a really good ride. It's like such a good ride, and I knew it was such a good ride. But like, it's like a whole thing. So wait, either Rocky or Leslie, do you want to walk us through like what happens in the ride?
Yes. Okay, so first of all, we're going in completely blind. You should play the video. We're going in completely blind, and we're like, okay, it's like the newest ride. Like it's probably like, I don't know, like a simulation ride or something like that. So there's like stages of the ride, and like debates you like every time you like go into a new. So it's like, I don't know. I was like, oh, they yell at you, and I was like, oh, they yell at us. What? And then. So we get into the first room, and they're like, oh, you're on the spaceship, hee. And like, we're like, oh, like, wow, we're on the spaceship. Like, why are we on this spaceship? Where's the ride? What's happening? Is this the Tower of Terror? What's happening? And yeah, but you're yeah. And I was like, what's going on? And then apparently the ship gets hijacked, and you get like kidnapped by the dark forces. The rebellion. The resistance.
We are the resistance.
Oh, I never watched Star Wars. The dun 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 them. So
They boarded the ship.
yeah, and they boarded the ship and they took us, and then they took us to this big room with all the like stormtroopers, and like we were like what? And it was a huge room, and there's like 50 of them. We were immersed. Yeah, and they're like, it was this really like pretty lady, and she was like, get in the ship, and we're like, okay, and then we got in the ship.
That's exactly how it went.
Yeah. And so we got on the ship, and so then I was like, what's happening?
I was telling Rocky, I was like, you should ask the guy what's happening.
Yeah, because they're supposed to role play.
Role play, but it depends. I feel like sometimes they're like, yeah, but then sometimes they're just like, I'm just here to do, what I'm what I
Like asking them, like, what's going on? What's happening? And he was like, I know, and he was like, you need to ask the guy. And so there was like this guy, and he was like not into the role play at all. And I was like, what's happening? And he like looked at me and didn't say anything. And I was so embarrassed.
Like for stuff like that, like that's a very heavy like role play kind of role, right? Like it's a very role, and some people you can just tell that they're not into it. Even before like Rocky even tried to like ask anything, I was like looking at him, I was observing him. I was like, yeah, he's just going through the motions. He's not actually really into it.
like,
Yeah.
I tried filming it for like posterity's sake, and I just have 5 minutes of like looking at Rocky, and she's like,
And she's like trying to like, but yeah.
He mustered the courage after like asking him like
And he didn't hear you.
And he didn't even hear you.
Yeah, I think things would have been different if we had a different cast member who was actually immersed in the role, right?
so
Yeah.
funny.
Were you gonna say
It would have been fantastic. It would
Yeah.
have been funny, but unfortunately, he was just like waiting to usher us to the next
And then
part.
continue. What happens afterwards, Rocky?
So then we go on we go to prison, we go to jail, and then they're like, we're busting you out of jail, right?
Yeah, so they were going to
Yeah.
leave, but then something happened, so they leave.
Yeah,
Because then there's
they leave jail.
And then the wall gets like broken, right?
Yeah, the wall gets broken, and then we're like, and then we're on the another
That
yeah.
guy was nice. That
He was it was nice, yeah.
You asked him something funny. He was
Are
like,
we gonna make it?
And she was like,
Are we gonna make it?
yeah, like that.
And
He
I
was
was like, I hope you do. Actually immersed in the role.
and I was like grumbling in my seat. I was like, why did he do it? Like, why did the other guy do it?
So they rescue you and they put you on these like drone thingies to like send you and get you to escape from the space.
Yeah.
flies all over the floor.
Yeah, it does. It was so cool. I was like, whoa, what? Like the big guys.
Yeah,
the really
the
big.
AT-ATs.
Yeah. Thanks for translating my like no knowledge. It's the big guys.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah.
I know I know Star Wars.
Von 75. Thank you for becoming a trash pan. Oh wait, Kobo, thank you.
Okay, so I was like low key, like not separated from the group, but I was like doing something, and I just hear like the clearest out of like at one point. I think we were in like it was Carsland, somewhere like that.
Probably.
And then I just hear behind me, yippee! I was like, that's Yorimo coming.
That's Hio. That's Yorimo coming.
Wow. I thought you were gonna dox yourself because you're gonna yippee and someone's gonna recognize.
Somebody's gonna recognize
That
it.
would probably, yeah.
One of hands down the craziest things about that ride is just how like amazing it is. It genuinely feels like you're on a movie set with how insanely immersive everything is. Like just looking around at everything and seeing like all of the sets. I wish that they would do like a backlot tour of like being able to like walk through and look around at like the sets and stuff like that, because honestly my only complaint about that ride is that I just wanted to like jump out and just stare at stuff. You know?
You wanted the ride to break down so we could get evacuated and we can walk through it.
Yeah, I wanted to get stuck.
Yeah.
Because like everything is so beautiful. The sets in that environment are so good.
Sounds like even non-Star Wars fans. Yeah. Even if you're not a fan of
Yeah,
Star Wars, it
no.
was so
You
good.
don't, and you don't need to know anything, because like obviously like it's all around the newer films, like the newer trilogy, right? So obviously like it's not any of the like long-term lore or anything like that, but it's very simple. It's like it's like at the very beginning there's Rey, she tells you everything you need to know.
Oh, so that's her name.
Quick deep like briefing, everything like that. You see General Husk a few times, you see Kylo Ren, but like it doesn't really matter because it's so obvious, like, oh, we're running away from the bad guys, we're the good guys.
Was it obvious? Because Rocky needed to ask what's going on.
That's true. I'm sorry.
And like when we were walking through the Star Wars land, like the Rey actor, that's her name, like the main character, the Rey actor, the Rey. I mean, Rey. Actually, the real Rey. I'm sorry, that the real Rey was walking around and like. No one was talking to her, and like Maury, and it's funny. Maury was like talking really loudly, like, and like I don't think she was facing her. She was like, "I would hate to live in Star Wars land," and like Rey was right behind her, and no one was talking to her, and it was like really funny actually. It was so pretty. It was so pretty. Yeah.
We drank blue milk.
Yeah, so I was really adamant about the blue milk, and so. It was blue milk. Wait, why is it bilk?
Blue milk.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was like, wouldn't it be lilk? But that's not right. That's not right. That's right. That's right. Anyway,
Get thine mind out of the gutter.
Anyway, so then I got the milk, but it's not milk. It's slushy. It's actually a slushy, and it really threw me off. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like, it's not soy. It's like rice milk.
So it's like
Soy
it's
and
a
rice,
coconut
right?
rice.
Yeah.
So we asked the lady like what it was like for real because I've had it before, but I didn't actually know what it was. So it's like a rice coconut milk.
Yeah.
And then like when it was like pineapple and orange and like.
It's so yummy.
Very
so
tropical.
It was literally just like a blue
So
pina
good.
colada.
Yeah.
And me and Hiyori Mokami split it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and all
Finally, I could have.
They gave us our own cup for the split it. Yeah.
Another cup.
I had
because, or like they know you're like a little sick.
Oh yeah,
right?
they know I'm
For
sick.
con-
I've been
for
telling them.
context,
I'm sorry if I sound like doo-doo dog water, but
It's okay.
I would
You sound
always like
beautiful.
wait for the last bits after everyone else drank out of it, and then I'll
Yeah.
It was really cute.
Throughout the day.
Yes.
Which is why, like, every once in a while, I'd be like, okay, we're gonna portion this little section off, and we're gonna give it to Kyo so she can have it.
like
So-
dog scrub.
So no, we'd portion it, but like, otherwise, you weren't gonna get to enjoy the warm food if you waited for everybody else. It was really considerate of you, but at the same time, like, you deserve to eat with everybody else.
We discovered that there's not only blue milk, but there's green milk. There is green milk.
And it's orange. It's orange flavor. Gilk.
I thought you guys were shouting Bill, like Bill Nye.
Bill. Science rules. Bill. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So. Anyway.
We saw the Stormtroopers.
Yes, we did.
I was like,
Yeah.
do you want to talk to them? And everyone was like, no.
They were interrogating rebel
I think
scum.
Rocky was traumatized from the entire experience on
Yeah, no, for real. I was like, I don't trust these Star Wars people.
Like, have you seen any resistance? And the random guy was like, over there.
Me too.
Sammy, thank you for your transfer for 8 months. Oh, you're so cute. So many cuties. Big love to all of you amazing girls. Oh, thank you. Love. So then, after Star Wars Land, it was... Was it our hell?
Fantasyland.
It was my. It was possibly my new favorite ride on the entire planet.
No, wait,
Yeah, she's going to.
It was so
Yeah, okay, yeah, Hio. Okay, well, I think
I'll talk about
Daya
my-
needs
Daya,
to.
yeah,
Daya needs to
Let's
dive
all pass around the microphone about our experience with...
Okay, I think.
Longer time.
Wait,
My
wait,
experience with Mr. Toad.
Okay, so yes, we went on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, which, for context, is not a movie. It is a book.
Yes.
I think we figured it out. I guess. But it was like it was just not. Yeah. So like, there's no movie about it. There's just like this frog who just lives in Disneyland and was born there, I guess.
He doesn't know.
Anyway.
Okay. So allow me to paint a picture. Allow me to set you a scene. Okay. There is a beautiful line queue. We're waiting for about 20 minutes, I believe the wait time was. And the queue is nondescript. There's not a lot going on there. But at the very, very end, as we get to the wall, there's a lot of fireworks. As we get to the wall, as we near the building, there's like little descriptions of like the little characters. And again, We have no idea who or what a Mr. Toad is, other than
I've never met the guy.
assumedly a reptile.
Reptile.
Yeah, toads aren't amphibious.
What?
What?
Yeah,
No.
He's a frog.
really?
no, he's a toad.
He's a toad, but
Are
like,
toads
Toads,
amphibious?
toads and frogs are not the same because toads cannot live in water
Why?
because they don't have.
How intelligent are toads?
Oh, I wrote amphibious. Amphibious.
Oh shit! No, that's a frog. That's a. Oh shit! Okay, my bad. My apologies. They are amphibians. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. My bad.
She googled "Are toads ambitious?"
They have a fairly high brain to body ratio, and in tests have managed to complete mazes. They're definitely not as intelligent as birds, dogs, or other animals, but
Are they?
yes, but not nearly as good as frogs.
Oh
Okay, I'm sorry. My bad. I've learned something today. I assumed that because of the fact that they didn't. My bad. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyways,
Wait. Why didn't you think toads were amphibians?
because of the fact that they don't live. Toads oftentimes cannot survive long periods of time in water, unlike frogs.
Yeah.
So, like, I wasn't sure about the ratio of. My apologies. I thought amphibians were animals that were able to
the toad community.
genuinely like breathe and
My
live
apologies to
under.
the toad community.
Yeah, my apologies, guys.
Wait. Okay, they're distinguished by having. Okay, I think
And they're
according to
ambitious.
Google, the definition of an amphibian is like they have like a degree of an aquatic gill-breathing larval stage, and then they come out of the water.
Gotcha. Because the thing is that a lot of species of toads are not able to live underwater or like breathe underwater.
But probably in adulthood,
But because
right?
of the fact that when they're in larval stage, they're able to
Be underwater
then in that case,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
doesn't
I get
matter.
it.
We're
It's a
talking
thing
about
about
True.
their like evolution.
Yeah,
Anyways.
but you can't say that this stream isn't educational.
Anyways, yeah. I'm gonna think about this for the rest of my life. You're right. Anyways, so Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, lovely. It gives you little descriptions. One of the big things that stood out to me is the only thing that tells you anything about the entire ride is Mr. Toad, whose name is Mr. Thaddeus Toad Esquire.
I don't remember that.
And
She just remembers these.
because this is my new favorite ride.
She's learned a
This is you don't understand. This is my new favorite ride now. Well, it's okay. It's probably not. I love Haunted Mansion so much.
But it's a close second.
It's a close second. It's a close second. Maybe a few more times we might. I just want more Mr. Toad lore. That's my big complaint about the ride.
Buy the book.
I think I need to buy the book. I think we might need to read the book on stream. Anyways,
That would be funny.
that would be fantastic. Anyways, so the only thing that it says is it has like little portraits of all of the characters in Mr. Toad, and it just says like a wealthy the master of Toad Manor, and like who has recently developed motor mania. And I'm like, okay, that's a little bit weird, but I guess it makes sense because it's a wild ride. He really likes cars. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever.
In a car.
Yeah.
In a car.
And then the next one is like Mr. Rat, and it's Mr. Toad's therapist who is attempting to cure his motor mania. And I'm thinking, huh? Why you got your therapist on this, buddy? That's okay, that's weird. So then we get in, and there's no other information at all. We're in this like nice little parlor. There's like books all over the place. Obviously all of the paintings and portraits are like
fancy castle inside.
yeah, it's like a fancy
Yeah.
castle, a fancy estate. And there's like paintings of like frogs and like other, like toad people and stuff like
He's
that.
very
And so-
esteemed and established.
very esteemed, very dignified.
And on the ceiling
an esquire.
of
He's
the,
just a well-respected guy.
on the ceiling of the ride, though, there were these like little wooden posts of his face making the same like really creepy smile, like all like lining across the wall. And it's like, wow, he really
Yeah, like
admires
he's
his likeness.
yeah, he's a little bit weird. He's a little bit weird about it, a little narcissistic. But it's delightful and beautiful. Anyways, so you get in and you get in these nice little motor coaches. They're so cute. They're so delightful. They're so lovely. And I look over to Lily in my little car and I go, this is going to be a really interesting experience because I only know one thing about this ride and I don't think it's true. But if it is, this is about to be crazy. And the entire time we're in the queue, I'm joking with her and I'm like, this is literally the most horrifying ride in all of Disney. This is the scariest ride in existence. And she's like, no, but there's kids here. And I'm like, no, it's the scariest ride ever. Having never been on the ride and having no knowledge. And finally she like asks me, and I'm like, oh, I've never been on this ride. And she's like, what do you mean you've never been on this ride? And I'm like, it's the most horrifying ride in existence. And she's like, huh?
Yeah, I was so confused. Yeah, I was like, why does she keep saying that?
Yeah. And
is it a bit?
This was just like you catching a vibe, right?
it's just me catching the vibe. And so we get on the thing and it's like, okay, awesome, cool, great. And it's like a nice little like car ride. We're zooming around.
At the first part.
At the first part, we're zooming around.
I think it's pretty crazy, like immediately.
It got pretty crazy immediately. He's definitely like got a lead foot. He's immediately like
I got to steer.
Newman.
I got to steer the car.
You got to steer the car.
Yeah.
And like we're newman around the streets. There's like he's nearly hitting police cars and stuff like that.
He's like swerving at, like,
He's
bombs and
swerving
stuff.
out of the way of bombs and all
Like, bam,
sorts of.
slam. And it was loud. It's fucking loud.
It's super loud. There's explosions. There's dogs. We almost get hit by a bus, I think.
And then we went to court.
Yeah, we went to court.
And then we went to hell.
We went to court.
We exploded, and then we went to hell.
Yeah,
Oh, true.
we
Yes,
got-
yes.
So what happens is we go to court. I think for probably the fact that we were unlawfully driving.
It's reckless driving.
Reckless driving.
Scene.
We go,
yeah,
we
yeah.
drove. Yeah, we got
to a
drunk.
pub.
We go into the pub. We
This
get
is
drunk.
teaching kids not
We
to
drive.
fucking drive.
Yeah.
We
It's
go to
really
court.
hard.
Eventually, finally, we get out of court. We go back speeding around because we can't be contained. We get hit by a train.
Yeah.
The
It's
train
really scary.
explodes.
We're not
It is
even
very
joking.
scary.
And then everything goes black.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you're like falling into this. You go through this like black wall, and you're in hell.
Yeah.
It's
Like literal hell. We're
like
not joking.
literal hell. And it's everything
degrees
is
warmer.
everything is red. And it's
little devils
warm.
walking, like,
There's
around.
there's little
And they're
devils.
laughing at you.
They're
They're
laughing at
laughing
you,
at you.
and they
Yeah.
actually made the rooms warmer in hell. So it's physically more uncomfortable.
It made me so uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable.
No.
There's like demon. There's like devil court
There's
like
giant like dragon
people.
too.
There was a
Yeah.
giant dragon that like looked like it sprayed like fire at us. It was crazy.
And like you don't come back from it. That's the last
Yeah,
thing you
that's
see
the
in the
last-
ride.
Yes, you see. And then you unload after that.
leave.
and then you leave.
It ends with
And
hell.
then you go to hell, and then you're dead. You go to hell, and that's the end of the ride.
And you get off.
This is a kid's ride.
It's a kid's ride.
I had to go by myself.
Yes, she had to go by herself.
Oh, you went by yourself.
So, since there's an uneven number of us, one of us had to go solo. So I volunteered because I'm the sick one, and I don't want to put people in the car with me when I'm sick. So I get into the car first, and I look at the guy loading us into the cars, and I'm like, they abandoned me. He's like, happens sometimes. And I'm like, yeah. So then I get into the car, and then I lean on the car door, and I go, ladies. Oh my God, I got to go to the car!
What did you do?
I knocked him over.
You knocked over Poe?
I killed him.
Oh my god.
It's fun. It builds character.
Oh, he's good. He's
He's
good.
fine. He's not dead. Okay, continue.
Okay, so yeah, I lean against the car door and I go, ladies, want to ride in my car? And then I drive off, but then as soon as I leave and I don't see them anymore, I was so scared because like it was really creepy. So like I'm listening to like Dia be like, I love this ride. I'm like, I'm having a bad time. I'm genuinely so scared because like it's dark and like the art is a little bit like creepy looking.
Like dark and like it's shaded. Like,
Yeah, the shading is like very heavy and like dark. And so I was like, I'm so scared. I'm gonna die. I got scared because I thought there was gonna be a jump scare. So like I'm riding in the dark and like
That ride is a jump scare.
we got isekai, we played Ace Attorney, and then we went to hell, and then at the end of the ride, I get out first, right? And I'm like, what did I just ride? I was like, thank God it's
I'm
over.
gonna show you guys pictures of hell.
It was terrifying.
Pull up pictures of hell.
And then from behind me, Maury and Ayu start screaming from like the last room, and the guy unloading us looks at me, and I'm like,
It was genuinely fantastic.
So scary.
It was scary. Like me and Dia, like when we got hit with the train, like it's loud too. It's like a dark, and then you hear like a giant train whistle.
both full scream.
we full screamed and we looked at each other. We went to hell and we started like laughing really loud. We
Yeah. 'Cause we're like, what the hell's happening?
No, it felt like I was like it felt like I had been slapped in the face like over and over riding that ride. Like
I think honestly, it's fantastic.
it's
Like, it has
it's
lore.
there's lore.
I would
Yeah.
pay money for the opportunity to be a single rider on that ride.
No.
Because can you imagine getting sat next to random people?
Yes.
Just to see the reactions?
No,
to the
it's
first
like-
time experiencing
And it's like
that.
jolting. It like turns you at like 90-degree angles.
Just full of like moms and their kids and be like, it's
Okay,
magic.
Yeah.
It's a children's ride. That ride is marketed as being for kids.
It's
Yeah.
the smush between like Pinocchio, Snow White,
All the
Peter
little
Pan.
kid stuff.
It's in the land for
Like, POV,
family
the
rides.
the ride breaks down, and it breaks down in
In
the
hell.
hell scene. Do you leave the car?
I'm not getting out.
I will leave.
Stuck in the part
Yeah.
by the train. Oh.
Like when it's like 10 degrees hotter in hell.
That would be so
And
funny.
I remember all of us got off and our eyes were all wide and our hair was like disheveled. We were like quiet.
We couldn't talk for a bit.
I got out and I was like, that was the best.
But I was like, I felt like I just had a fever dream. Like that does feel like a fever dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I loved it so much. I had no idea what the hell was happening.
What the
And
hell?
it was fantastic. It was delightful. It was so messed up, and I hope that it never leaves. I hope that it never leaves. And if for whatever reason it does, I really hope that I have enough. Well, they're probably gonna destroy everything because they're weird about the licensing stuff.
So like I heard this from a friend. Like I have a friend who's a cast member, and she told me that there are like a couple of sometimes like when Disney doesn't need things anymore, like plates or like parts and stuff, like they'll put them in like some kind of like junkyard shop that you can either like people can actually like go to and buy like old Disney things like from the parks. So that's the thing. I'll ask more about that, and maybe if they tear down Mr. Toad, then you could get that statue.
Or if Mr. Toad has ever been refurbished and there's old pieces of Mr. Toad, if there's pieces of Mr. Toad memorabilia in any capacity, and you happen to know them, please send them to me in Maros. Sorry, I'm so delighted. I need to know everything about Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Anyways.
What'd you read?
Oh yes, I read an article that they did try to get rid of Mr. Toad.
Oh.
And to replace it,
Get rid of the toad.
they tried to replace it like Winnie the Pooh or something like that. And the fans,
Experiencing
They-
eternal suffering. He can never leave Disney.
It's also a
And-
little weird though, no?
a little, maybe a little bit.
You basically are on an acid trip.
Oh well, yeah, that's him. Oh, the fans fought for Mr. Toad. The fans fought for him. I read that article.
If I can say one thing, I think Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is probably the closest that we will ever get to the Garfield Flume ride that used to be at Kennywood, I think. There used to be an old Flume ride that got like rebranded, and Monmons and I watched like a video essay on it. And I was so heartbroken that it was like decommissioned and that we cannot ever experience the Garfield Flume ride. I think experience-wise, as far as head scratching, what the hell, I think this is like the closest thing you're gonna get to that. And it was fantastic. Never die, Mr. Toad. I mean, you're dead, but never die.
Also, Getty asked, was that the Kabedon line? And yes.
Okay. So
The Kabedon competition in the line for Mr.
so let me.
I did not participate because I was so enamored with the Mr. Toad line that I was genuinely looking around trying to find any
More
bit of
plot,
information
more
and
plot.
plot that I could get. I turn around and see IU like kabedoning people and I'm like, what's going on?
So meanwhile, we were bored, and so we were like bored and being rambunctious in line. And I was like, I think I started it. I was like, we were in between like a brick wall, and I was like, I was like, I'm gonna do it. And then I attempted to who did I cover? I think I covered on IU first, but I did this with my hand, it went like that.
You hit the heel of your hand.
Yeah, I put too much force, so then it went upwards like that, and it was really bad looking. And then I was like, let me show you how to do it, and she did it to me, and then she did it to everyone else too,
She looked at me like we locked eyes and she pointed at the ground. She's like, stand right here. And she pushed me against the wall and commented on me. And
DB did with her leg. She was like that.
That's another way you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's versatile, you know. Yeah.
I
So-
do. Sorry, no. I just got a Mario, and apparently
Mr. Toad.
Yeah. But I just want to say, I think this Mario just says, I think the hell part is made up for the ride, though. He only goes to prison.
He only goes to prison in the.
Apparently so this is a spoiler, but apparently the book came out in
Spoiler
1998.
alert, Mr.
Toad.
Toad.
But sorry guys, spoiler for Mr. Toad. Apparently he only goes to prison, and I'm really heartbroken about that because I really wish he went to hell in the book too.
That literally means that the people,
But-
the Imagineers at Disney decided we're gonna add hell to the.
It's also
It's missing something.
It's also apparently like a beloved children's book that also got multiple film adaptations.
What?
And so they
There is a
decided
There's a movie
there's 2 films.
of him.
Mon told me. Mon
Watch
said
along.
so. There's 2 of them. There's a 1983 one with stop motion puppets. I'm gonna have to see that one because that sounds like nightmare fuel. And the 1995 one. There's 2 of them.
So
And he never goes to hell in either one of them apparently.
What, I want to know, like, what made them be like,
He needs to go to hell.
fucking train? And he's gonna go
When well the question is like when did Mr. Toad's Wild Ride come out? Because
right?
yes, because if that's the case, if it opened in the 80s.
It's scary. It's like you're strapped to this car that's moving.
Oh my god. Wait, it's oh my god. Wait. Has it really been did it
Was it thereupon opening the park? What?
It's over 100 years old.
Wait, okay. 1 second.
Also, someone said I've heard of Anime Only Canyon, but Ride Only Canyon is a new one, and I think that's really funny.
The ride is one of the few remaining attractions operational since the park's opening in July 1955. But the current iteration opened in 1983. It's probably due to like I mean, him being in prison though is like plenty bad enough as a cautionary tale. I don't know.
I think they hate him. I think they wanted him to
That's
die.
right. They wanted him to die. They want. I think that Disney has it out for Mr. Toad, and I think that Big Disney wanted him dead.
They killed him. I
They
mean,
killed that guy.
That
They killed that
Every
guy.
single day he
They put a
died.
hit out on
Every
him.
single day.
Yeah, every day of his life he died. Well, the thing,
Yeah.
here's the thing. The thing about that ride also is that you don't see Mr. Toad like the entire
No,
ride.
you are
are
Mr.
Mr.
Toad.
Toad.
You are Mr. Toad. You go to
The
hell.
only like
It's fantastic. I love it.
The only depictions of Mr.
It's the
Toad
best.
that you see is like in his house because he has all the statues of himself, and also there's like one mural in like as the backsplash of the ride that like has his face on it, and he's just kind of there.
Yeah.
And that's the only time you ever see Mr. Toad. Like inside the ride itself, you don't see.
You're
him.
not. You're
You
you're
are
not.
Mr.
You
Toad.
are in the car. You're not sitting with like Mr. Toad or anything like that. You are Mr. Toad.
And it's like, that makes it even more
You experience the ride from the point of view of Mr. Toad.
You
It's
go
crazy.
To jail. You go to hell. You get hit by the
I
train.
just
Yeah.
started like disassociating while looking at the picture. Like, you are Mr. Toad.
You are
going
Mr.
to
Toad.
hell.
I love it. I love it. I love that guy.
What do we do after
Okay.
Mr. Toad?
Sorry.
So then we went to Toontown.
Toontown.
Yes, please.
Okay. I like Toontown. Toontown's pretty cool. I think like
We came into a
with-
Toontown version of the DuckTales theme song, and that was pretty sick.
they were playing DuckTales, and it was like it's like really cute and colorful. They refurbished it recently, and there's like a fountain where like Mickey's like lifting Minnie, and she like has her watering can and it's like sprinkling all over the kids, and it's really cute. So we go to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which is also kind of one of it's like Rise of the Resistance in a couple of ways. It's like
Multi-stage.
yeah, multi-stage where like you are actually in like a movie theater. And when you go to the movie, you go into a movie theater. Yeah, so the movie plays this song where it's like nothing can stop us now. That's and so it's like so this is and you think you're like here to watch a movie, and then you hear people grumbling around. He's like, "Is this a movie? I thought this was a ride." Blah 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 blah. And then the ride and then you see Goofy in driving a train, and he is like talking to Mickey and Minnie, and then he's like going about his day on the train, and then something like blocks the chimney, the smoker of the train. The pipe. Yeah, and then the train fucking explodes, and then the screen also explodes.
Why does this keep happening?
I know. We
The
just
vehicles, like it's a
There's so many
explosions.
Yeah, so
at
there's
Disney.
there's just a lot of explosions. So it's a big explosion, and there's a hole in the screen.
Yeah.
So there's a big hole in the screen, and Goofy's like,
train
"Oh my god!" Yeah, Goofy's like, "Ugh. oh, hey guys, do you want to come inside the movie and like get on the train? And then the cast member has to like, this is another thing where the cast member has to perform a little bit. Yeah. And they're like, hey, or like the Goofy like talks to the cast member, like, hey, you there, you let these people into the movie? And the cast member like does a bit, is like, I don't know, it seems kind of dangerous. And Goofy's like, too bad, you're gonna get on the train. Yeah, so we go through the movie screen, and then we hop on the train, and then the train like gets off the tracks, and then it's another trackless ride, which is the same as Rise of the Resistance, where basically there's no like set pathway that you can see on the floor because your vehicle is like a robot, so it knows where to go already. So it's like that. So I really like that ride because it's just like really fun and quirky. Yes.
It's really cute.
Yeah,
it's a good one.
Cute.
It's really cute, and the song gets stuck in your head.
And it was like kind of funny, like it's so loud, and there's this part where you go into like Daisy's like dance room, and like is she like, I don't know.
Salsa.
Yeah, you like salsa. You like dance around. It's
like shakes the thing. And,
yeah,
like,
and it's like kind of funny because like the seats are like definitely built for kids, so they're kind of tiny. Like
sardines.
yeah.
It's wide, but like there's not a lot of butt room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then after that, we went to Roger Rabbit.
Which is kind of Mr. Toad adjacent.
It was like Mr. Toad Light. It was still like Bam Slam. Yeah.
It was load and go to hell.
I was really excited about Roger Rabbit.
our car didn't spin.
But our car didn't spin, which was really heartbreaking.
I was gonna spin the shit.
Yeah, I spun me and I you.
Control the spinning, so like you go through the track and you can spin.
So you were just in like
So we were just like
purgatory.
spinning.
Yeah.
You know, I felt so
But we didn't
bad.
go to hell in Roger Rabbit, so it gets points off for that.
That's true. Oh, I felt so bad because I think my car, I think you're like connected to another car, right? Like in front. Yeah. But you're spinning by yourself. So I like went solo again. I was the sacrifice, but it's okay. So in front of me was like,
We want to sit next to you next
We
time.
do.
it's okay. Yes, thank you. I would appreciate. Yes. And there was this like mom and her two kids in the car in front of me, and I felt so bad because the kids were so scared. Like they were like clinging to their mom, and they were like covering their ears because they were really scared.
It was really loud.
Right?
Yeah.
And there's explosions.
Turn the damn volume down. Yeah.
But it was a cute ride. Like,
Right? And oh my god, Jessica Rabbit.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Like I was like, I'm scared, and then Jessica Rabbit came out and she was like, hey, pretty lady.
Real.
Yeah, and then we went to the dog park and rested.
Sat down
in the dog park.
I basically had to wrangle everyone again.
Yeah, and I was like, this is so. I was like disassociating, and she was like reading off the menu, and she was like, "Did you get that, Raki?" And I was like, I like.
literally waiting for her to like give. Like I was waiting for her to piece it together.
She like read off the entire.
Yeah, I was like reading off her options, and I was like, and I saw Rocky disassociate. Like, Rocky, did you get that? And she was like, yeah, Docking Bay 7 or Pizza Planet. And then I was like literally waiting for her. I was like, okay, good job. I gave her a chance to like, yeah.
We were all like
Brain dead. That was
dead.
the most brain dead meal.
My
Yeah.
legs were hurting. I have
Pizza Planet. We went to Pizza Planet. Like Toy Story.
I bought a little.
Oh, it was so funny. We were eating, right? And then suddenly, like, Lazu gets up and she's like, I have to purchase something. And she leaves, like, all mysteriously.
Like right now.
Right.
stands
Like, it was so random. And she leaves the restaurant to, like, go somewhere else. Yeah. So we're just like, we look at her and we're like, okay.
eating in silence because we're so tired.
We were that tired.
At Pizza Planet, all of us were eating in silence.
We were all eating pasta too.
Yeah.
Nobody ordered pizza.
No one ordered pizza.
But I mean, that pasta's really
It was
It was
really
good.
good
It was
pasta.
good pasta. Oh, and then, but IU got a turkey leg, and we were like wrestling the turkey leg with our forks. Yeah. Yeah.
I got this yummy
When we
garlic
ran off.
bread.
Yeah.
That's not what she went to go purchase, though.
Oh.
What did you purchase, then?
I purchased those little like Toy Story aliens are like the claw. You know that thing? It's like a little drink thing. You could like stick a straw in his head. Yes, it's a water bottle purse, and you could like there's a straw in his head, and you just you put stuff in it.
Put stuff in his head.
Yes.
Super cute.
I like passed by it, right? And as we were like going to our table with like all of our food in our hands, I walked by it and my eyes like got really wide as we like passed by it. And no, literally, I couldn't stop thinking about it, and then like it became too much for me, so I got up. And I was like, I have to do it. But like I was thinking, like, what if they run out, and then I will never be able to get one ever again. But I got one. And I
lobotomy cut.
yeah.
We're all disassociating.
Yeah.
The entire time.
No,
Like,
it's so
aliens,
cute.
Yeah, because we had a lot of things in succession that we wanted to do after this. So we had to like rest a little bit.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then kind of pipe back up because
And
we
I
had
saw my
finished strong.
opportunity. I saw my opportunity to get that.
Yeah.
Yes, and I fed Hio the garlic bread.
Yes, it was so
Yeah, we
such
had a moment.
good garlic bread. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like we went to the garlic bread stand, and then me and Luli like wandered off. Like
I was so freaking mad. So we're on our way to Pizza Planet, and then we see like the little card that has the.
on TikTok.
Yeah, you saw on TikTok, and you were like, oh my gosh, it's the cheesy garlic pretzel. Like I need to get one. And we're like, okay, you can go get one. So we're standing there, we're waiting for her to get it.
Chased a duck.
Yeah. He chased a duck. It was just the whole thing, and I'm just like sitting there. We're waiting, and then I think this is also where Maury and Ayu got their turkey leg. Yeah, so they also got their turkey leg. So we're getting like little like appetizers to dinner, I guess. And I turn around, and then Raki and Leslie are just fucking gone. Like literally disappeared, completely disintegrated. And I was already warned beforehand, like oh yeah, or like I know Raki has a tendency to like wander off. I literally had to call for you because like I didn't want to call you Rocky in the store. I had to call you by your government name, and I was like, so I'm like, okay. So back to like Leslie and Rocky like disappearing. I was like, okay, where are you? Where? Yeah, I was like, okay, where the hell could they have gone? Because they wouldn't have like gone off. They don't even. Okay. So like they disappear, and I'm like, what the. Not now, like really? So yeah, it was getting dark. It was getting dark, so I couldn't like spot you guys by like the colors of like whatever you were wearing.
Kept calling Louie and
Yeah.
did not pick up the phone.
Oh my god.
I called you like 3 times.
meanwhile, la-di-da-di-da-di-do.
I got my delicious
Yeah.
it's like a pretzel bread full of like garlic and butter, and the lady in the thing is like, oh yeah, by the way, the napkins and stuff are behind. They're in the back, and I was like, okay, I go to the back, and then it's like a little farther from the back.
I see her walking to the back, and I'm like, oh, where is she going? And I follow her to the back, and I'm like, hey, where are you going? And she was like, she told me they were the napkins were in the back, and then we found this like little like.
We started eating the bread.
Okay, so we found a trash can.
You went to go get your napkins, and then you just stood there. Started eating while we were waiting for you to join us so we could go get pasta at Pizza Planet.
Pathway, blocking traffic, waiting for them.
Me and Rocky were like dipping it in like the milk.
They're just like in their own little world. The rest of us are like trying to call them, trying to like look for them, and I'm like, we're trying to look for them, but also not wander too far because we don't want to get separated even more.
Yeah.
And then they just like fucking appear again from behind the building. And I was like, where did you go?
Dipping our bread at the trash can.
It was good. It was so good.
Yeah.
It was really good. But then you
Well,
found
I'm so happy for you.
It was delightful
Dude,
from our
yeah.
our perspective, but I
Got live Manichan pain.
Yes.
Yeah, I literally was like, that was my crash out moment. I was like, where did they go? Anyway,
But on the
It was
bright
that lady's fault. She
side,
told us it
while we were waiting, we saw the duck.
Yes.
Did you talk about it already?
I mean, he was just a little guy. He was just walking. So then I started walking up to him really gently. You know, I was like, hello. And then he was like walking away from me slowly. And I was like, don't walk away from me, buddy. So I walked away a little faster.
I was like following behind Hio, like
We were chasing. So I thought we were going to get yelled at for wandering off. But we didn't wander off as much.
because we were still.
you were still in my line of sight.
Yeah, we were still in line of sight.
Out back
doing.
behind the
I didn't know where you were going.
And then eventually we went back and somebody sat down also with a piece of garlic bread.
Yep.
And the duck walked up to them so politely and just
He just looked at
stared
him.
the
he
entire
didn't
time.
nose.
And like slowly like would step closer and closer and closer to this person's foot and just stare.
ducks at Disney
So
are
cute.
fearless. Like,
Yeah,
they are
wow.
so
Yeah, they do not care because they want the food.
Yeah.
So cute.
So what was after that?
So after Pizza
and we went to see the parade, right?
Yeah, because that was parade.
Because we were still
Oh,
waiting on
yes.
our reservation for Space Mountain.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So we decided, okay, we're gonna go see the parade, and then we're gonna see the fireworks, and then we're gonna go to Space Mountain, and then we're going, see from there. It was like I remember like reading out everything else that we had planned, and just like slowly deflating as I was listening.
legs are
everyone was
So bad.
Okay.
Like if you sit down, you can feel the pain. Yeah. Like if you keep walking, it's like a little numb. But like,
When we were at dinner, I was like, I'm gonna do Space Mountain, and after I survive Space Mountain, if I do, I don't think I'm gonna do anything else.
Yeah.
I did go on Pirates after, but I was like,
That was an experience.
I was like, I'm
there.
so done. I was so tired.
No, yeah, we were really going through it by the end of the day, because it's been a long day. We've been doing like going at
It
it.
was so cool. And
Yeah.
like me and Ayu like sat on the floor and like low key like a mad Disney mom was like, "There's children. Why are you sitting?" I don't know. It was like stupid. I like no. It was wait. What did she yelled at you guys? Right? The mean lady. Yeah.
Y'all were walking,
She was like, "They're children."
our group started walking, like, I think Ayu found a spot that was, like, closer up.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
in order to do that, she would have to, like, walk up in front of a group of strollers and then sit down. And that mom, I guess, assumed that, like, because that they were going to stand in front of her and her child.
Yeah.
But they were
to
just
get to the
passing
other-
through to get to the next area. And she yelled at us, so I immediately was like, okay. And I turned around and was like, okay, we're not doing that anymore.
but like the spot we had was pretty good. But,
Yeah,
like,
it was really good.
I mean, I did feel bad, like, because the kids were like, if we had like did block the kids or whatever, I feel bad. 'cause
Yeah,
they
I
were, like,
wanted to
waiting.
I wanted to make sure that they didn't.
You
like,
have to
get
fight for your life at Disney to like to get a spot. Yeah.
Who like yelled at me and
God, yeah.
So like we were on the ride to like Space Mountain, and then me and Ayu stopped to get water to put in my alien sipper cup. We put, and then those guys like went ahead because we was like, oh, we're gonna meet them because there's like a chain that like it loops around, and then we were gonna like not like jump over the the chain to like cut and just get the line. We were just getting back with our group, and like this like older man was like looked at both of us and was like, don't do that. Don't do that. I was like,
You don't do this around these parts.
Was that even a cast member?
no, it was a man. It was just a man.
Some man telling you what to do.
That's what I'm saying. And me and Aya like looked at each other, and I was like, what? Alien cup. My alien cup full of water. I was thirsty. I was thirsty, and then we were just like, we didn't.
Pick a fight.
Ayu was gonna fight for me. Yeah.
Rewind. Rewind.
Oh yes, go ahead.
So after the parade, I mean, how'd you like the parade?
The parade was so nice. It was
The parade
super
was great.
nostalgic.
You know when
That All City song.
I was when can I see you again? Davis, okay, okay, but that's it.
because they changed the lyrics and the vocalists for the Electric Parade, and it was like I was sitting there, and me and Hio are like, oh my god, like we know this song. And I was like, yeah. I was like, it's Owl City, my favorite band from middle school. I was like, yeah, I loved Owl City. Oh my
had a
god,
moment.
like
I
late
forgot 'cause
elementary, middle school. This
We were
is
talking
peak.
about like why Disney would have the rights for that song, like for Owl City, but it's because
Well,
it's from Wreck-It Ralph.
It's from Wreck-It Ralph,
Yeah.
so they already had rights to
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
But
yeah.
my big thing was like, I was thinking
was
about
like a
it, and I
cover
was
or
like,
something.
this is definitely a cover because the first singer that comes on sounds very similar to the original artist,
But it's not.
but it's not him. And then they get into like the next sections, and you're like, oh, it's definitely not. But it's also the lyrics they changed.
Disney-fied, yeah.
Instead, and it was really like I was sitting there and I was like, these lyrics are not right. These lyrics are not correct.
It was very pretty.
It was pretty. My brain was sitting there and I'm like, I'm thinking of the next lyric and it's like, that's not the right one.
I was sitting like near the front, and there was this little girl in front of me, and she had a little like Anna doll, like from Frozen. And so when the Frozen float came out, it reminded me of like VTubers at VTuber concerts when they have like their plushies of like their Oshi, and like the little girl was like raising the plushie in the air, and then Anna looked down at her and pointed and was like, that's me. And like and it was so, and then the little girl was so happy, she like did a spin. It was so freaking cute. I was like, aw, yay, yeah. That's so cute. Yeah.
One of them waved at me, by the way.
Oh no.
I think Ariel from The Little Mermaid waved at me.
Whoa. Specifically you.
She
Whoa.
went the summer.
Yeah.
Just wanted to let you guys know.
Yeah.
We're gonna get married in Vegas.
I was
Yeah.
married now.
I think in Vegas, the big cup. What's it called? The big cup.
Oh, my yard dog.
Yeah.
What?
We're gonna share a yard.
Yeah, a yard dog.
Yard dog.
A Fat Tuesday yard dog.
I don't know what
It's
this
a
is.
frozen. It's essentially a frozen slushy with tequila in it.
But then we picked up our feet and we trudged on. We trudged over.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay, either you get the classic fireworks, because fireworks were like literally right after the right? So I was like, okay, you have an option. Either you get the classic Disneyland experience with the fireworks at the castle, or we can go to It's a Small World and watch the fireworks from there,
Yeah.
which is like
And
little-
we're like,
little
what
less.
requires us walking?
And I was like, oh, It's a Small World.
Okay, so we walked there.
It was
But
so cool.
I-
I love the projection
my-
They
on
had
It's a
like a
Small
medley.
World.
It was like a medley of like
Yeah.
new and old Disney stuff.
My brain was going mush, and I think I told Devi. I asked her like 5 times, "Can we get a churro? Can we get a churro?" And it's because yeah.
It's not like I wanted to deny you a churro. It was just that everything
denial.
that like I didn't want to deny you a churro. Obviously, I wanted you to get a churro.
Yeah.
So every time that you asked for it, we were like on our way to do something that was either time sensitive or like something that like we really needed to do like before like I don't know, because we know like some people didn't stay the whole time.
Yeah.
So we had to make sure that we were doing certain things. So when the fireworks hit, I was looking at it and I was like, I've seen this before. Because I go to Disney a lot, okay? I'm not really local, but like I go to Disney a lot. And so I was like, okay, I've seen this before. I don't really need to see it. So
You like disappeared.
I literally disappeared.
And I turned around. I was like holding 4
And I
churros.
was like getting sad. I was like, man, I really wish I had a churro right now. I turned around. Devi has like 4 churros for like all of us. She slipped away during the fireworks show to get us
I
churros.
didn't notice. I was like, ooh, shiny.
I think I only told Maury because she was just next to me. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go grab churros. And she asked if I like, oh, you want me to go with you? I was like, no, it's okay. I've seen this before. Like, you enjoy it. And so I went to like the nearest churro cart. I like snagged some churros and I came back.
Did you talk about the popcorn
last
conspiracy?
What?
Oh, my popcorn conspiracy.
Conspiracy.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a conspiracy. We have a conspiracy.
Yes, I know this.
Okay,
Hugh and I have a conspiracy. So there are a number of gift stores that when you walk out of the gift store, it smells really strongly
like
of heavily
popcorn.
butter popcorn. Insanely buttery
But
popcorn.
like the smell is like really strong,
And
it's
it's,
like
like,
melting my brain.
Yes, and it's like perfect popcorn. It's not the kind of popcorn that you smell at like a movie theater.
Yeah,
or anything
no,
like that.
it's like
insanely like it's like what you think popcorn would be, right?
Yeah, the essence of it.
The essence of it. Like in reality, if that popcorn was really that buttery, it would be way too oily. But it smells so good. And then you walk to the popcorn cart that is coincidentally and very conveniently placed right outside of the gift store. And it doesn't smell like popcorn there at all.
That is like the closer you get, like the less.
It doesn't smell like popcorn when you get close to the popcorn
but it's
cart.
because like the popcorn cart's already in your line of sight, so
Yes.
they don't need to pump popcorn smell into the air because the popcorn
The
cart's already
popcorn's
there.
right there. But if you start to smell the popcorn and you're like, that sounds real. Like that's
Yeah, and then
sounds
you start
really good.
thinking about
and
it.
then you think about it, and you go to look around, and coincidentally, just in like
Across the way,
you have to
yeah.
you have to kind of look for it. But it's like it's there, it's nearby, it's within short walking distance. You know, it's just across the way a little bit. You see the popcorn thing, you're like, oh hell yeah.
And it's weird because you like walk away from that smell, and it gets like it's strong, and it just stops.
And it just stops.
It's weird.
And it's in convenient places
Churro
too.
smell too. Yeah.
The churro smell too.
Yeah.
And it's really strange.
Yeah.
And so the entire time I'm like losing my mind because I'm like, I can smell it here. And then I start moving away and I'm like, I can't smell it here. And then I go back and I'm like, I can smell it here. And I'm going back and I'm like, I can't smell it here.
And then, okay, like Daya's trying to sell me on this theory. And then as soon as she explains it to me and I experience this, I'm like, she's right. I was like, no, Daya. And then I look at her and I'm like, no, you're wrong. You're crazy, woman. Because the Disney police are going to take us, and they're going to take us behind the Idlewice factory or whatever that shop was, the churro cheese shop, or like into a small world, and then the world's going to become dark.
Yeah,
you know?
And we're never going to see the light of day again. You know?
So
You know too much.
you heard it here, but you didn't.
You didn't, but you
But
didn't.
that's just a theory.
But if
Okay.
Diane,
It's
Diane-
Yeah,
theory.
yeah.
if
But if
Diane and Hio, like if you don't hear from them, they just stop streaming. So you know what happened.
yeah, it's because we found out the truth.
The mouse stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the entire time, every time I would walk past that popcorn smell, I'd be like, oh my god, it's fake. It's all fake. It's happening again. I think by the end of it, Yena and Hio both were like, okay, it's gotta be, right?
It's real. I believe it.
It's crazy. But yeah,
I mean, it's really smart.
I got really locked in on it though.
Yeah.
You didn't
Unnecessarily
even end up
so.
getting popcorn in the end.
No.
Because I kept thinking about it, and then the moment I walked away, I was like, I'm not really hungry for popcorn.
Yeah.
But when you're in that little bubble of smell, when it smells that good,
Yeah.
it's so
It's like
overwhelming,
you're in
and you're like,
the
man.
Ryoiki Tenkai of popcorn.
We were being
popcorn.
psychologically
It's like
manipulated.
Yeah.
It's like when you walked away, you broke free of the mind control.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. It was crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But that was the popcorn and the churros.
So then after that, what did we do?
That was Spacebound after that. We
Oh.
moved it over to
Oh,
Spacebound
yeah.
after the
It was the only like roller coaster I went on because again I was very scared, and Hio promised me
I
that
did.
it wasn't scary.
Yeah.
She
And it
said
wasn't.
It wasn't, and it wasn't. But I did have to do breathing exercises the
Yeah.
whole time.
Like,
I kept having moments.
I
where
felt
was like,
so
oh,
bad.
God.
Like, okay, because like
Knocked out of
we
you.
yeah, it
goes really fast.
It
Or we
was
thought it was
fast.
faster than I remembered it being.
Yeah.
Which is why I was like in my head when we were going down the ride, I'm like, oh my god, I told Di it wasn't scary. And then like she's sitting next to me, I'm going, woo! And she's just silent.
And at the beginning, I was trying to go. I was like, woo, because I was like, I want to let Hio know I'm having a good time. But at the same time, every time I would go, woo, I'd be like, after exhaling all that much, I can't breathe right now.
So then she just like goes quiet the rest of the ride.
There, and I'd be like, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So
okay,
I'm like,
out.
she
1,
said
2,
she
3,
hates
4,
it.
in. 1, 2, 3, 4, out. 1, 2, 3, 4.
on Space Mountain.
Literally.
I finally get up off the ride, and I wanted to say something to you so badly, but I
Oh.
got up and I immediately stumbled because I was so lightheaded from the fact that I didn't catch my breath very well that I was like, whoa.
Oh, and then you left something.
I left the gift that I got from my mom.
So she left it in the cup holder or the little pouch thing they put on the ride. So I was like, Daya, wait, your thingy. So then I'm scrambling to get it out, and then the guy's like, okay, you got to get out on the next like. So the ride kept going with me in it, and everybody got off. So you guys all started walking off, and I'm like, oh. So then I moved up to the next part. Yeah, the next part where the new people like come into the ride, and so I look at them. They're all looking at me. I'm like, hey guys, and then I like walk out.
Hey guys.
I really said that. I don't know. I was having a VTuber moment. So then I left the ride.
Hi,
but, you guys all like walked ahead, and I heard way in the head, like ahead. I heard someone say, "Where's Hio?"
People were lying. They were like, she's going again.
Yeah.
Like,
the moment that I realized, because I turned behind me, I assumed you were falling behind, and the moment that I was finally, like, I caught my breath enough that I, like, knew where I was going, I went up the stairs, I turn around, I realize you're not there, and immediately I look at everybody, I'm like, where's Hio? Where's Hio? Where's Hio? What's going on? Where's Hio? And Aya and Mori come up from behind us, and they're like, oh, we just saw her. She was in the single rider line. She's going again. And I was like, huh? I was like, okay. And immediately I was like, oh, that makes sense, because Hio probably was so busy, like, worrying about me
That is not
I
true.
was like, I hope she has a good time. 'Cause I was really worried about whether or not you were able to enjoy it.
Dude, I was thinking. I was like, they all left me. This is like payment back for when we left them in at the Cars ride. Yeah. Wait, okay, the picture was so funny.
Oh my god,
It's
yeah.
a picture of us
It
two.
was so funny.
And like Daya's face is just like deadpan, just like straight, like just like staring straight ahead,
no reaction.
Yeah.
it's
And
like a
then-
PNG.
Default PNG.
And then like my face is like I'm like clapping for her. So like I'm mid clapping. I'm like yay! And her face is
You're
just
like looking at
Non-verbal.
her.
like I'm looking to my left and clapping for her, and her face is just deadpan, straight, staring straight ahead, just like no expression. It's so funny.
Because I'm sitting I need to breathe.
It's like
because
if
I don't
loses
breathe,
tracking.
yeah,
kind of, like, deadpan.
because if I don't, I'm going to pass out, and I don't want my friends to have to drag me around. So I'm sitting there like, breathe, just breathe, Daya. It's not that hard. Just breathe in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out.
I was also sitting behind them. I was sitting behind them, and I was a little bit worried because it was a little more intense than I remember, and I was scared Daya was gonna throw up.
No, I wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't have to worry about that. I would just pass out.
You can't even breathe.
I've never thrown up on a ride. I've only ever blacked out.
Okay,
Yeah. It's okay.
I see.
Don't worry. But yeah.
At that point for me, I was just like, I was so tired. I closed my eyes and like
Took a nap?
on space. And it was dark in there, so it was quite
And
comfortable.
then it was reaching the finale.
Yes.
And DB
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, so the After Space Mountain.
The rest was kind of a blur in my mind.
Yeah, okay. So the After Space Mountain, we had one final stretch. We had made Lightning Lane reservations for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, which is the newest ride in the park, like, period, right? And at that point, first of all, it's what replaced Splash Mountain, meaning that it was, like, a water ride.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like Grizzly River Rapids.
Kind of like the travel
And,
we experienced.
yeah, and they already, like, they knew what it was like to be burned by a water ride already. And they were exhausted, and, like, no one, like, really went, and everyone was like, and so I was like, okay, does anyone really want to go? Because I knew I wasn't going to go on the ride. And, are you okay, Hio? Okay.
Are you okay?
You okay, Hio? Okay. Drink water. If you want cough drops, I have some.
you not feel
Do you want a
so
cough
good?
drop? Okay. Okay, let me know if you need anything.
Yeah. Just like I want to call him for the chat.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay.
Not so bad. I was.
Yeah, we're
concerned.
worried
It sounded
about
like
you.
a hard cough.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's because I was talking a lot.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, that part of the,
Uh-huh.
like,
Now it's calm. Now it's calm.
Yeah, we're good.
We got.
I got too
really
excited.
animated about it. Now we can.
Yeah, so we're like debating on
you.
if we even want to go on Tiana's. The only people who actually like really wanted to go are Ayu and Mori.
Yeah,
and they're like,
we
it's
have
like,
to
yeah,
go.
we have to go. Like it's the newest ride. Like I've always wanted to go. I don't think I'll get the chance anymore. And we're like, okay, so here's what we'll do is like none of us want to get wet, but. Or like super wet, but to kind of like we'll split up. It'll be Ayu and Mori. We'll drop them off to get their Lightning Lane redemption at Tiana's, and the rest of us will go on Pirates of the Caribbean, which is like not too far away.
Yeah.
And then we'll reconvene and then leave. So that was the plan, right? But the thing is, if you haven't noticed, we're a bunch of VTubers. Well, I'm not a VTubers, but these guys are VTubers,
Yes.
and they have a tendency to deviate from plans.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you haven't been paying attention this entire, like, how long have we been doing this? Like an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Yes. So we are on our way, and we see, like, a big crowd alongside the lake that we're, like walking past, and they're like, oh, what's going on? And then I recognize, oh, Fantasmic is happening, which is, like, this cool, like, water show, character show that, like, I've seen before, like, I think what happened, like, a while ago was that, so in the show, Maleficent turns into a dragon, as she does, and then she breathes fire, and I think
Real fire.
yeah, real fire, and I'm pretty sure what happened was the dragon at some point caught on fire during one of the shows.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think
remember there being a dragon.
yeah, there was a dragon,
Yeah,
and then I
there
think
wasn't a dragon this time.
yeah, because that happened, they had to shut down that show for like I don't know how long, just a really long time. Because I remember coming into the parks one day, and then I was like, oh, I want to see Fantasmic, and Fantasmic just didn't exist. And I think they had to shut down the show and rework it so that, you know, the dragon didn't catch on fire. And their solution was no dragon. There's just no dragon in the show. But I recognized, like, oh, it's Fantasmic. But I was like, okay, well, we don't have time for that. We need to, like, go do the thing. So I'm, like, booking us all over to Tiana's. And then I turn around, and half of our group is gone.
Yeah.
Half of our group is missing.
Yeah, sorry.
And I was like, God
Literally,
fucking
okay,
damn it.
We saw you going up a hill, and then me, Lazu, and Daya just looked at each other. We were like, no. It was so bad. We just like were like, no.
We all decided. We all decided. Hey, we're already going to be going on Pirates of the Caribbean, and we're right in front of it already. What if we just wait here and watch the show, and then when they're done dropping the 2 girls off, they'll come back and they'll meet us here.
It was a good idea. in
Okay, and
concept.
then but you missed the crucial detail of telling me.
I thought
Dude,
one of
did
us
you
was-
tell Chad that you walk at like double speed?
Yeah, you walk it super fast. Also, I thought one of us messaged the group chat, but if we didn't, that was my bad. Yeah,
I did.
So we did leave a note.
Oh my god! But it's like I trying to run your gun. Okay, but I will admit that I DVD am like an incredibly fast walker.
She
No,
walked
literally.
so fast. She kept leaving us.
Yeah.
Anytime like we were doing anything, I was at like the front of it, and not even because like I intended to lead them anywhere. It was literally just because I was the fastest
I think
walker.
my
It was
speed
me.
stats like rose like over the chip.
Oh yeah,
Like when
just
I know
walking.
where I like when I have a destination, then I am like that's like my destination. I'm going to get there. And I think the only person who could keep up with me was Yenna.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
She's
two of us
also a
are-
fast walker.
Yeah, Yenna's also a fast walker. So like we're both like booking it over. It's like wherever we need to go, and then like I have to stop like every like couple of steps just to, like turn around and make sure everyone's with me. And I'm glad that I do that because then I notice things like a certain group of YouTubers not following me anymore.
Yeah. I was having fun like catching up to random people and like yapping together and having fun and yapping the whole time. So I was kind of being rather like lackadaisical about like, oh, we're gonna get there. when we get
Whoa,
there.
good word.
What does that mean?
Just like not really focused on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not worrying about it. Not focused. Not focused on the goal at hand.
Yeah.
I was just kind of like, yeah, we'll get there eventually. You know?
Yeah.
Straggling, yapping about stuff.
So we were basically split up. It was me, Raki, Ayu, and Mori, and then
It's funny,
Hio-
you told us to stand somewhere and then you
Oh yeah, okay. I'm getting to that actually. So Hio, and then Hio, Daya, Luli, and just Hio, Daya, and Luli, I think, right?
Yeah.
Because Yenna had to leave early. And so is those three like are at Pirates of the Caribbean. Us four.
It's like dark at this point.
Yeah, it's like dark at this point, so I can't use any color context clues because some of them have pretty prominent features that I can be like, okay, that's who that is, that's who that is, and so I'm like, I'm having another crash out. Yeah. And I'm having a crash out in the dark. And we're looking, and then Fantasmic is like starting up. It's revving up. The music is starting, and it's like, okay, you three stand here by this wall, and you can watch the show while I go look for the other three. And then literally I take a few steps to leave, and then I don't know why I turned around to see you guys again. I think I went to go peek oh, is the show starting? I turn around and literally the three of them are not there anymore. Literally immediately after I told them to stay here, they did not stay there. And then I went back to go look for them. I was like, okay, where the fuck did they go? And then I see them across it literally not that far. It was not that far.
But it's funny because you turned
it
around.
was literally turned around and they were not where I was supposed to be.
But you were like, don't move.
I was like, stay here. And then I walk around and I'm just and I literally had to I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a little mean. And I go over there and I literally go up to them in their new spot. I'm like, what the fuck did I say?
And then Ayu was like, oh, mommy mad at us. Yeah. But we watched the show. It was a gorgeous, beautiful show. They didn't show as many princesses as I thought.
I think
something
happened where the technology wasn't working.
But it was still pretty.
So what ended up happening was once I figured out what was happening, they told me oh we're by pirates, we're gonna stay here, and I was like, and then Ayu, Mori, and Raki were already enamored by Fantasmic. They were already sunk in, and I was like, okay, I guess we're watching Fantasmic. So we watched Fantasmic. Yeah. And how did you like it? How'd you like it?
It was gorgeous. Yeah.
I really like the
I had tears in
part
my eyes.
with all the fights on the boats.
I like the.
Yes. Oh my God, the Peter Pan pirate ship
Yeah.
fight. I love that scene so much.
I also turned to Lily and Hio there's a part in Fantasmic where Mickey is fighting Maleficent and he does some big magic and the fires go out, and I said, is this the part where he pulls out a gun?
I remember that. That was so good.
So I was like, is this the part where he pulls out a gun and just shoots?
It's like Wizard Mickey.
He's
it's Fantasia. It's Fantasia
And
Mickey.
Hey, it's his dream. He can do whatever he wants.
I liked the part in the beginning with the monkeys, and I was going hey, because they were tearing it up. I was like, hey. They were going at it on that rap. What was your favorite part?
Oh, a Fantasmic? I kind of like when the big pirate ship goes around. It's kind of awesome. Yeah.
The choreographed fight scene.
Yeah.
I thought the ending was nice, but they put like every single character in all of Disney on that one.
On
boat.
that one.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is. I was like, this is beautiful.
They had
Wow.
what is that? Sophia the First. They
They had Sophia.
They had
Elena Valor.
Yeah.
They had what was it? They had the girl from Encanto. I love Encanto.
Encanto.
They had like all the dwarves.
Yeah.
And, like,
They had a
the Toy Story people.
The chipmunk, yeah,
They
Chippendale.
had, like Toy Story. People.
No.
The Chipettes.
They have no.
It's Alvin.
No, it's not.
Wait.
I think it's one of the mice from Cinderella, isn't it?
Okay, yeah. On the boat, we saw one of the mice from Cinderella. It was like the girl mouse, so it wasn't even Jack or Gus.
Yeah.
But what I know what you're talking about. When we were walking past one of the restaurants in Tomorrowland, there was some kind of dance party going on with some characters, and one of them looks like Chip and Dale, but in a dress, so it was a girl.
It was a girl.
And like in my head, I like looked at it and I was like, is that one of the Chipettes? And then I realized, no, wait, that's not Disney.
And then I lean over and go, oh my god, it's the Chipmunk. and immediately go, wait a second, when did Disney buy that IP?
Alvin and the Chipmunks is like, wait, that's not right.
I was like, wait a second.
I kind of thought they were.
Clarice. Oh yeah, wait, her name is Clarice.
Clarice.
Clarice. She's.
And we
Is she in Rescue Rangers?
Maybe.
Clarice.
Wait, the Chipmunk?
Yeah, Clarice. Is she like? Wait. Is she in like Rescue Rangers? Because I know that's like a Chip and Dale.
That knows that movie.
Yeah, there's a Chip and Dale movie called like Rescue Rangers or something like that.
I don't know. But like whatever the case.
She wasn't in Rescue Rangers. Okay, then you guys. Okay, tell us who Clarice is later.
Chad, help.
Yeah.
Chad.
But
Wait,
whatever the case was, like 2 or 3 of us looked at each other and went, "Oh my god, Alvin and the Chipmunks!" and genuinely were like, "Yeah, that sounds right." Yeah. When did they buy that? That's crazy.
Dude, I wouldn't even question it.
And then we're about to turn around and walk away, and go, and David goes, "Oh yeah, no, that's not, because they don't." And I went, "Oh okay."
Yeah, that makes sense. Shybridge, thank you for being a trashman for 6 months. Thank you. Yippee, Shybridge. Oh, 6 months. Yippee. Glad you ladies had a really fun time. But it's time to sleep. Good night. Have a lovely rest of the stream. Good night. Night. Sleep well. Sleep well.
Okay.
Oh. And then.
Fantasmic ends. And like near the end of Fantasmic,
Yes.
I'm like shoving Ian where like go, like I sent you this
Go.
I sent you screenshots of the lightning lane, like you have it in your messages, just like use that to scan it, go. And then the rest of us will, and then me and Raki are gonna go meet up with the rest of Pirates.
Yeah. We go Pirates.
Yeah, so we hop on.
That was a good one.
And then we hop on Pirates.
And we met some
So,
interesting
okay.
characters.
So we're on Pirates, and by the way, there's like a traffic jam. Like there's so many boats on there, and so we're like in the front seats of our boat, and in the back seats of the boat in front of us, there's these 2 guys, and they like. We're like, oh, like they have their hands in the air. Like, you know how like when you go on a roller coaster, you put your hands in the like wee, and so they had their hands in the air, but they just kept their hands in the air, like, and it's a slow ass ride. Like, it's so slow.
There's one little drop at the very
Yeah,
beginning
and we're
when
like,
it
oh,
starts.
they just have their hands up because it's the drop.
Yeah.
But then they just kept the hands up, and it
We were
was.
like keeping our hands up too.
But then the drop happens, and they're still doing it, and so we thought it was
So
really
they were,
funny.
like,
So we
gaslighting
and I
us.
raise our hands, and we start holding
so
them.
the whole
Yeah.
time, me and Daya are in the front seat. We're
Yeah.
like,
Woo.
because we kept getting gaslit.
Yeah.
We're like, wait, is there actually
Thinking
another
there's gonna
drop?
be another drop. It's so slow. It's like
really
10-minute
slow.
long ride.
It's a really long ride.
And they kept them up, and so then like the ride like came to an end. There was no drop, nothing. They were gaslit the entire time, and they still have their hands up when the ride stops. And I could tell one of the guys was like faltering, and we were like talking, and we were like, oh, like what is it a bit? And they were like, yeah, we're bored. And like one of the hands was like faltering, and I was like, don't do it. Keep them up. Keep them up. You have to dedicate yourself to it now. You have to see it through.
In a level of authoritative voice that
Yeah.
I've never heard
Yeah.
come out of Raki Kazuki. It comes from the back, and I literally genuinely thought it was Ayu for a second because his arms start to go down, and she goes, "No, keep him up."
Keep them up.
and this guy immediately
Like all the way up.
like like panic, like a level of panic. They get out of the boats, their arms are still up in the air. The entire process of them getting up, they lift themselves up, their hands are
And
still
they
up
leave
in
the
air.
boat
They
with
leave
the hands in the air.
They get almost to the exit, and finally, after they like fully get off the ride, they're at the exit doors. That's the only time that their arms finally drop and they get out.
Yeah, we're like, yay, you did it.
It was so funny.
That was the real Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And then I was so sleepy. We like, I don't even know how I got from there to the tram. Like, I have no idea.
It
Yeah.
was like okay, so then I really had to because I'm the team wrangler, so I really had to put my big girl hat on to get everyone out of here because we had to do like weird driving things in order to get everyone back home, right? So we meet back up with Ayu and Mori. They also had some guy like be kind of rude to them.
They got stuck, didn't they?
They also got stuck on the ride.
I'm gonna fight that guy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fight
but
that
from
guy.
what I remember them telling me, it's that there was a little part. So they're in the lightning lane, right? And then they get a little lost because it's unclear, like the separation between the lightning lane and the normal lane. So I think they like hop over to the normal lane accidentally, and they're like, wait, no, that's not right. So they they hop back over to the lightning lane, and some guy in the lightning lane who is like walking towards them is just like I think he like basically shames them. Is like it's like pretty unbelievable that you would like do that. Like they said that, and then I'm pretty sure I think it was Mori who was like ready to like put like
No, it was Ayu. She was like about to fight.
Ayu was like ready to like punch him or like
Yeah.
throw pick up a fight.
Really mean.
Yeah, that was really rude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if they ever talk about it, you can ask Ayu about how she was ready to fight a guy.
We're just so tired.
Yeah, but we were tired. It was the last ride.
What's up?
You made my shoulders, my PNG is so low. It looks like I'm not wearing a shirt.
Oh my God, Yana Youngblood.
We talked about that.
What happened?
About the short, just like her, like
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yenna Youngblood's mortal enemy,
better
her
than
own
Yenna.
shirt.
She was any opportunity. She says, "You want my shirt? You want my shirt? Do you really want my shirt?" I'm like, I don't want your shirt. You're.
She took
That's right, guys. I too.
Yeah.
I am clothed.
Yes. But okay,
Saving your channel. I'm saving your channel, Raki Kazuki.
Yeah.
Thank you. I won't get mad.
So basically, we grab Ayu and Mori, and they tell us the story. And it's like and then afterwards we're like, okay, bathroom breaks. We had many bathroom breaks. Many. I remember
We were drinking a lot of water.
Yes.
we were very hydrated the whole day.
Kept like asking TV, water bottle.
Oh yeah, Raki kept like asking for my water bottle, and of course I would give her my water bottle.
Yeah, we were sharing drinks.
Yeah, we were sharing a lot of drinks. I was a little worried.
Not though, because he always not feeding
Hugh?
her.
I
But
carried
she
my
brought her own
bottle.
bottle, and it was a big bottle.
It was
like
heavy.
A heavy one.
Because I wanted to show my sticker.
Yeah, I was like, this is so cute.
It's so cute.
It was a very cute water bottle. But Hugh was very respectful, like really conscious, and I really appreciate that because my lord, I could not afford to get sick.
Yeah, we were very like, oh, don't worry about it. And he was like, no, stay away from me.
Because I would be really sad if you guys got sick on your off.
Of course, yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, I really appreciate it, and thank you. Like I'm so glad that you came. I'm so glad that you're here.
inviting me.
Of course. But so yeah, I would Rocky and I would basically be sharing my water bottle the whole time, and at some point, for some reason, I think I went up to one of the quick service places where you could get water, and I put my thing under the dispenser, and it's one of those things where you have to press a different tab and like a different tab to get the water, and then like the other tab will give you like lemonade, right? And I don't think that filter worked because I put down the little water filter, and then like I took a sip and it's just straight up lemonade, and I'm just like, that is not what I ordered, that's not what I asked for, but now I just have lemonade. So I'm like, I shake it up a little to mix up with the water that's already in my water bottle, and I just have lemon water in my water bottle, but it was still pleasant.
It was still yummy. It was good. It was still.
But yeah, but it still like bugged me that there was lemonade in my water bottle because I'm like, oh, I gotta wash it tonight. So
I felt then like we had to do like 2 trips to like get everyone because it's my car, and I freaking knocked out in the passenger seat. I was asleep. And Devi was like blasting K-pop to like keep herself awake.
Okay, yeah, I'm like, okay.
Understandable too.
Yeah. So I am literally also the designated driver, for the trip, or at least just to like get people back to their cars, because you know parking at Disney is like $30, right? And we don't want to deal with like a bunch of cars needing to pay $30 in order to park. Yeah. So we all consolidated into one car, but it ended up we had to take 2 trips from where our cars were parked to the park itself. And what are you whispering about?
Funeral plans.
Wait, we're trying to save money on funeral plans.
Yeah. Sorry, in the middle of you talking, Gio turns to me and shows me an image of a Hatsune Miku casket.
Oh, that's what it was. I didn't like Hio. Okay, because Hio showed it to me too. Like while Raki was talking, I was like, "Oh, that's cool. What the heck is that?" Yeah. I didn't realize it was a casket.
And I just turned over and go, I want to be in that.
And then I said, me too. And I was like, and I was like, we can fit both inside.
If we turn sideways, if we get buried sideways,
11,
we only pay. Oh,
I wish to both fit.
No, don't say it out loud.
That was a fake wish, by the way.
I made a wish.
But like if we both lay in there sideways.
Yes.
Then we only have to pay for half the price.
Facing each other.
Yes. Then we only have to pay for half of the price.
And then you'll die kissing.
See, and then we can get the extra money to spend on the candles.
On the candles.
Yeah. Oh, they're free actually.
Oh,
they're free flowers and free candles.
Yeah, and there's a Hatsune Miku like little funeral.
It's really cost savvy, guys.
I have to retweet this.
In this economy.
I will retweet this so everybody knows.
Because I also would like to retweet that, so I will go and find out.
Yeah, so they were I didn't fully register what it was, but it's a Hatsune Miku themed casket.
Yes. Sorry, the girls are whispering.
Yeah, the girls. I was like, you want to share with the class? Like, what are you
Toy Story.
Okay.
I'm locked in.
No, it's okay. It's okay. So I'm gathering everyone. We're dragging everyone out, and so the plan is that I grab it was like Raki, me, Hio, Ayu, and Mori, and now we were all gonna pile in the car, and I was gonna take them back to the cars to like get everyone into like their cars. So that's the first trip, and then we were leaving behind Daya and Lily to kind of hang around downtown Disney and like shop. And I mean, did you just sit? What did you do?
No, we did not. We were like, oh yeah, we'll go look at downtown Disney. We sat on a nice little bench in the middle of like the big open area, and we talked the entire time because both of us looked at each other and we went, hey, do you really want to walk down there? Everything's probably gonna be closed. Also, my feet hurt. Yeah. And we both were like, yeah, we could just wait until she finally tells us that she's on her way back, and we'll just walk over to the spot.
We talked about our day. Oh, sorry.
We talked about our day.
We talked about our day. We talked about we rated like our favorite.
As if like you didn't live it together.
I know, but it's like we're like, oh, this was so fun. Yeah.
About all the yummy food that we ate and how many TikToks we watched the night before.
And we talked a lot about Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Yeah.
I think I remember like the night before. So like so kind of talk about like our bedroom situation. Yeah. So it was me and Rocky in one room, and then Lily and Daya in another room. Yeah, and literally I could hear them. Like Rocky and I were like settling down. We were completely quiet. We're ready for bed. We're ready to like wake up at 6 a.m. No, not like the night before Disney.
I did like my crummy test stream at like.
Yes, that was during the test stream, and then we hear like. We hear like them like yapping and giggling like in the other room, and I was like, what are they doing? So I ended up having to put on my like noise canceling ear headphones.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I had to do that anyway because you know, because sometimes I'm just sensitive to noise, and if I'm sleeping like in the presence of other people, I need to put that on. So I just didn't expect you to do it so early.
Yeah, we were laying there in bed and we were watching our little TikToks, and we were typing in like Disney, like we were typing in like Disneyland food, and then we would like pull up one and we would show it to the other person, and then we'd be like, we want that and that and that and that, and we're gonna eat that tomorrow, and we're gonna eat that tomorrow, and we're gonna eat that tomorrow.
Yeah, and me having to tell you guys, you're not gonna be able to eat all of this.
I know, but our hearts were there.
We
honestly did eat a good amount.
We really wanted to eat. We got to eat the majority.
Yeah.
Of them, so
yeah.
It was really nice.
It was very good.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that was just like the sleeping situation, and I thought it was funny because I was like, because Rocky and I were like dead silent, we were ready to go to bed, and then Lily and Di are like, hi. Okay.
Last night, however, it was immediately like we both got into bed and we were like, we're not talking today.
Of course not.
I put 4 salonpas on my feet. I was dead.
Oh, wow.
You put what?
Do you know salonpas?
No, I don't know what that is.
Yes.
What is that?
It's like a little patch, and it's like a pain relieving like.
Oh, okay.
I wish we had Tiger Balm.
Oh,
I had Tiger Balm. Good stuff. I put 4 of them on. My feet really hurt.
Eventually we got home and we had a lovely, lovely sleep. And then
Yes.
we woke up.
Yeah.
We drank coffee. We drank
Coffee. Oh yeah, we woke up in the morning and Rocky had a exchange.
Yeah.
But okay, so I think that's the whole day. Yeah.
That was pretty
That's the whole
much
day.
Disney.
Yeah, Disney. So what was your favorite ride and what was your favorite food?
Oh, me? Okay, starting with me. My favorite ride. Oh God, I don't know. I didn't ride the Cars ride before, so maybe the Cars ride. Yeah, the Cars ride was fun. You be a car. And then I kind of also like Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, only because you guys like it so much. But then also, I don't know. Maybe like the Star Wars one was fun too, cause like you get to role play or whatever. And then food, the garlic bread. Yeah, the garlic bread.
The garlic bread that got you in trouble.
Yeah, it was. That's why we were there for so long.
Even the ladies' school, she's like, go behind.
We had a moment. It was delicious. Yeah. Okay. My favorite ride probably either incredicoaster or honestly the water ride. Even though we were miserable afterwards, it was just so funny. Like in the moment, it was so funny. I told him. Yeah. So that was fun. And then my favorite food, honestly, I really liked the garlic bread was so good. I didn't even buy it. Garlic bread was so good. The bits of the food I ate off of other people, like the mac and cheese, is so yummy too. And also the churro at fireworks. That was just magical because it was a mixture of like, oh, sorry. Sorry. Whoa. Our toes just started. Whoa. Anyway. Anyway, I like the churro was really magical because it was a mixture of like, man, I really want a churro, and it was a mixture of, oh, I'm watching the fireworks, so beautiful, and it was a mixture of, wow, DB just got me a churro, that's so nice. And so it just made for the perfect churro experience. So that was really good. Yeah.
Optimal churro.
Yes.
Optimal churro distribution. I basically just made you deprived you of a churro.
It was good. It was churro edging. Churro edging.
All according to Keikaku.
Dude, your plan is crazy.
I think my favorite ride.
Yeah, we have to pick one. You can't pick both.
I know I can't pick both. I think honestly.
Oh, yay.
Oh hi.
Oh,
Yay!
giddy giddy. Hi, welcome Raiders. We're all together in real life. Yes, and wait, ignore him. You don't need to see that guy.
Yeah, Mr. Toad.
Oh, that's not okay. You don't need to see him. Yeah.
Yeah, get him out of here.
Yeah.
Get him out of here.
It's guys. Where's the fireworks?
It's over.
Is it over?
I mean, like the fireworks are just gonna keep going until.
Yeah.
Oh, I made it happen.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's
But
already.
yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome Raiders. I'm Raki with Speed Introductory. I'm Raki Kazuki.
Hi, I'm Dia Fortuna.
Oh, hi, I'm Leslie.
Hi, I'm Hio.
Hi, I'm Devi.
Yay, that's us. Yay. Woo-hoo. And you're watching Raki Kazuki channel. And on Disney Channel. Oh wait, and you're watching Disney Channel. On the 4th of July. We went to Disney and we just went through our whole Disney story. Yes.
Yeah.
And then today was dim sum. It was
Today
it was
we need to go through the favorite ride and favorite food.
Oh wait, yeah. Oh yeah,
right,
yeah.
right,
Okay.
My favorite ride, honestly, I really do love Mr. Toad's, but I think my favorite ride was actually experiencing a ride that I was really scared of for a really long time and getting to do Space Mountain. and how like I was really like, I'm gonna do this, and I'm a little bit anxious, but I'm really thankful that my friends are here and that everyone is like really supportive of me. So yeah, I think that is like the ride was cool, but that moment was more important to me. So it was like I'm here with my friends and we're all having a good time.
So Space Mountain.
Yeah, so Space Mountain.
Featuring Hiyori Makami.
Yeah, featuring Hiyori Makami. Thank you.
That picture is still so good. I'm like,
And I'm just stoned.
I need that recreated.
Stone,
It's so cute.
unmoving,
Yes.
unshaking, just like my hands are gripping the little metal bar in front of me so hard. I'm like full on like white knuckle gripping.
Yeah.
Because I'm like every single time we're doing like any kind of like fast movement, my neck is like whipping back, and I'm like I'm gonna black out.
Yeah.
I didn't though. So
You did it, and you made it.
and I
we're
made
so
it.
proud.
And my favorite food was probably. I think honestly, like the food that I remember the best is probably how good that lemon raspberry tiramisu was. It was so
It
yummy.
was so refreshing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
nothing like a tiramisu.
no,
Not
it's
at
just
all.
because they put like raspberry
the
syrup. They
texture.
soak the cake in raspberry syrup like you do with tiramisu and coffee.
Is that what they do with tiramisu?
Yeah, they soak
They soak the ladyfingers in
the
coffee.
ladyfingers in
Ladies'
coffee.
fingers.
There's little like they call them cookies, but they're more like cake texture.
Oh,
they
I thought
soak
it was
them.
just a.
Yeah, they're just called ladyfinger. Well,
Because they're shaped
Yeah,
like
they're
a woman's finger.
they're really not.
That's crazy.
But
They're just
That's
they're
a little
shaped
messed
like
up, guys.
they're shaped like a little-
We asked the lady for permission.
They're shaped like putting a lady's finger in your mouth without asking her first.
I mean, that's.
They're like tiny breadsticks. They're like shaped like tiny.
yeah, they're literally just that's a tiramisu is like a type of dessert. It's not a flavor.
I always felt it was like kind of like coffee-ish flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's not tiramisu flavored at all.
It was good. It was good.
All right, Hio.
My favorite ride. I think like in my mind the water one stood out to me the most, but like my favorite one was still like the Rise.
That was fun.
It was a good ride because like it was just like
so
telling that
fun,
guy,
yeah.
I was like, "Are we gonna make it?" And he's like, "I don't know, but I sure hope you do. Now go." And I was like,
You were immersed. You were role playing.
yeah, it was so funny. It's just so good when the cast members like roleplay back. 'Cause sometimes I say weird things to people, and then sometimes they just look at me and I'm like, okay,
I know.
get it,
Sometimes
guys.
I'm like, what's gonna happen?
And you get ignored.
I still have that video. It's 5 minutes of you, and then you look at me and you're like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, just ask them.
Ask him, and then I finally was like,
And you get
so
ignored.
funny.
It's so funny.
So that was good. And then the water ride, I didn't get to say my piece, but yes, I do remember. I was like, guys, I think we need to put our stuff in the locker.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, in the middle they have this little spot for all our stuff so it doesn't get wet. And I was like,
got wet.
no. I feel like I was here very recently and it did not have that. And then she's like, no, don't worry, you're not gonna get wet at all.
bag. Like,
Yeah. And then
bag.
I was like, bro, and then we get in and then we just have to shove our stuff in the top and just hope it doesn't fall. And I was like, I told you.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was my moment. And then favorite food, I will say I gotta give it to the birria sandwich because that was really good.
Birria grilled cheese.
And Lily's garlic bread.
Shout out.
Third place, I would say the macaroon was really good.
That was yummy. That was really yummy.
Yeah.
Do you want to say? Or do you? Oh, you have a.
Oh, get on. Wait.
Jill
Noel.
Noel.
Oh wait, it doesn't show on Alfie's one. So. Jill Noel, thank you so much for the one gifted member. Welcome, new trash bag. Thank you. Yippee. DB time.
Okay, I guess you kind of know by now I'm kind of a Disney veteran. So my favorite ride, just like because of memories and stuff, has always been Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It's just a really cute ride, and the song just gets stuck in your head. And I really, really like it. It's kind of like how you feel with Mr. Toad, in that like I love watching people experience it for the first time. The reactions to the explosion in the movie, and then everyone's like, oh, it actually is a ride. It's not a movie. And then they react to like the train like breaking apart into different train cars. I think it's always really fun. Favorite. Lily's having a candy. I know. Ciao.
I think they should let me work at Mr. Toad's.
Yeah.
I think
I
you
think
would
so too.
do amazing. I think you would be so funny as a worker in Mr. Toad's Wild
I
Ride.
think that would be a great benefit. Hello, Disney. Here's my petition to become the official Mr. Toad's Wild Ride
Sponsored.
VTuber.
Sponsorship! Oh my gosh.
I am very family friendly, and you can trust me.
I mean, that ride doesn't seem family friendly, so maybe you need to cater the other way.
You would be the most family friendly.
You would be the perfect representative of hell.
True.
Favorite food. Honestly, that is the first time I ever had that garlic cheesy bread, the cheesy pretzel. I'd never, and I think it was just a great comfort food for like. I didn't even have like a whole lot. I had like a bite of it, and I was like, wow, that's really good. I should get that next time. Yeah, and it was really good because we were also having pasta, so it was like the garlic bread and pasta moment. And I love pasta.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was my favorites. But yeah. I'm so happy that you guys had fun.
Yeah. Disney successful.
Are we still going? You want to talk about what we did today?
I feel like we should group it into it like I don't know. Should we?
I mean,
Yeah.
do you guys want
We
to?
can do a part 2 and then we can do it for the second half. It is a little late.
Yeah. When are we gonna do that? When do we have time for that?
We might have time.
Might have
We have to
time.
get a different microphone.
Oh, that's
All
true.
right, we have to
You
give.
can borrow.
We can go to Target.
You happen to have one that's not an XLR?
I have a Yeti.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
Okay, so
Let us borrow.
yeah. Okay, we'll figure out when to
I will
schedule
make
that.
the trek back here to let you use the
Let's
Yes.
do part 2 though, because
Yeah,
I know it's
part
getting
2.
really late for you guys.
Yeah, and we can cuz like I think Disney was the most jam-packed day to talk about. So we like went into a lot of detail. Yeah, so like I think every other day from here on out is just going to be kind of
We have a
casual.
really exciting day.
Tomorrow's an
Yeah.
exciting day and but it's not going to be like as jam-packed as
Yeah,
this
yeah,
was.
yeah.
So I think
It's not the 10 miles of walking around.
10
Yeah,
we're not doing 10 miles
yeah.
of walking. So but we have lots planned for the
So thank you everyone for coming out. Thank you. This was so much fun. Did you enjoy our yap? Are you sleepy? Are you awake? You awake?
Happy birthday, America.
Yeah, happy birthday to America. Shout out to her. Yeah. Look at it. We chatted for 2 years. Thank you. Yay. We loved hearing all your stories. Glad you had a great time together. You all deserve it. Thank you so much. Thanks for yapping. Yeah. USA. 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 Yes. Roll it back. Roll it back.
But also, please, like, don't exhaust your voice.
Oh, it's fine.
Do the bass line. Yeah. Yeah, baby girl.
Let me
pull it up again.
Let me pull the video up.
Another one.
The reverb is back on.
It'll probably play another,
Yeah. We gotta do a different arrangement this time.
No. That
Ah.
costs money. No, it'll be fun.
Thank you, Max, for the 5 gifted members. Thank you. Yippee.
Oh, no.
Oh, we were playing the 4 kids. Oh.
Okay.
Is it?
Goodbye,
Wait.
everyone.
Oh.
Chickens?
Oh, let's do it.
Okay, you guys get your chickens back.
Yay!
Wait. Give me the slide whistle.
Oh my God, this is gonna be a whole orchestra. This probably sounds really demonic with the reverb, huh?
I wish to perform science. I believe that I have.
I'm really sorry to everyone in future streams, but I have a lot of chickens.
Yeah.
They're like 120 now.
Yay!
Why do you have so many?
I'm gonna whistle it.
Wait, I can stick it in his neck hole.
All right, let's play the music. All right. Cute.
I wanted to see if I could stick the thing in his mouth. Okay.
Okay. Goodbye, everyone.
Good night.
Okay, let's do this.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the time
silent.